What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome back, man. Welcome back to another live show. Hope you guys are doing okay. Just let me know if you are hearing me clearly and if you are able to see me. Seems as if this thing is a little bit dark. Let me know if you guys can see me and hear me clearly. All right. As we look to get into the show, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. As you come on, guys, just let me know if you are able to see and hear me clearly. All right. Yeah, just let me know if you can see me and hear me clearly so we can go straight down into it. We have quite a few things to talk about, quite a few things to talk about, my viewers and subscribers. Welcome to all of the early birds as per usual. See a couple of persons in the comment section getting lively already. Yeah, man. Yeah, so shout out. All right, Supernova say yes, man. All right, so apparently you guys are able to hear and see me. Yeah, for once you guys can hear me, I say we can work with it. All right, so yeah. So quite a few things to talk about, as I said earlier. Eventually, we are going to get to a stage in the show where I'm going to allow persons to come on as per usual and give their take on what is happening. But we're just going to basically go through first, read some comments and things like that. Kenra in the house. What's up, Kenra? Big up, man. Big up. Blessings. Welcome, All right, so we're going to go through, read some comments, and, we're going to lay out a couple of the topics that we want to talk about. We didn't get a chance to do any live show after we would have secured the series against Bangladesh. Right, we won that test series 2-0. Had a couple of outstanding performers. We had Kemar Roach crossing the 250 wicket mark in test cricket. Right, we had Kyle Mayers getting some runs. Captain Brathwaite as usual doing his thing. So, a couple of things to talk about, my viewers and subscribers. We're also going to be venturing over into the other, I can't say other people business where cricket is concerned. Sri Lanka and Australia currently doing battle. Plus we had England. England recently dominated New Zealand in a series. Some persons would say New Zealand beat New Zealand, as Ben Stokes is from New Zealand origin, I guess, and Brendan McCullum, who is now captain in them. So quite a few things to talk about, man. Track and field also, football, the transfer market, silly season, up and running. So we have a couple of things to talk about. The West Indies retain a contract. Quite a few players, we see where they highlighted the players that were retained. And I think they have this new policy, I think, where quite a few of the white ball players, they don't really put them on retainer contract, I guess, because they want them to be able to go and play their cricket and then they can come back. But if I am to go by what Sir Desmond Haynes is saying, they want to try and get most of the talented players to represent us and to be dedicated to us. I'm not saying that we must not compromise, but we have to be careful as it relates to how we just leave let the players go strolling all over the place. You understand? Yeah, man. So that we definitely need to try and sort that out. Yeah, guys. Sorry about that. All right, just give me a second. Let me plug this in quickly.
Sit there.
All along, I thought my battery was full charge, and ready to start live. Only if you see the laptop say it won't charge. But it is now plugged in, my viewers and subscribers, and we are ready to go. So that was a little bit of miss up, all right? So quite a few players missing, as I would have indicated in a video that I did yesterday. People like Fabian Allen, Sherman Hetzmeyer, and a couple of other guys. We haven't heard anything about them. Evan Lewis, we're not sure. So we're going to look at all of that. Yeah, Mr. Lover, I see a couple of persons saying this, but I haven't seen the interview as yet, so that's why I haven't said anything about it. Mr. Lover is saying Cottrell and Hetmeyer are out injured, and Evan Lewis, they said Desmond Haynes had something else to say about him, but I'm going to wait and see if I can see the interview, and then I'll give my verdict on that one. All right, so we're going to go through, read some comments real quick. After I read the comments, I'm gonna put the players up on the screen, the ones that were contracted. All right, so Mr. Lover said no, sir. Women test interest in South Africa versus England. Women hundreds run. I was taking a look at the highlights. John Campbell said, Blackwood said, John Campbell has shut up critics, including me. Refa should bat at 6 and not 3. Moti should get another opportunity. Congrats to new women's captain, Hayley Matthews. Yeah, that is what we want, Blackwood. We want consistent performance, right? So John Campbell got a chance. He made 58 and 45 in the innings that he got a chance to bat in the last test here. That is what we want. We want people to go out there and bat. And when we criticize them, it's because they are not performing well. So when they go out and perform and score runs, we are going to congratulate them and say, all right, I hope they can keep it up. Kurt is saying, why is West Indies selector not picking Fabian Allen? And what the last series he played, I can remember, but fail and then stop picking him since. As I said, I'm not sure what's happening. I see a couple of persons talking about, Allen is out for personal reason. Hetmeyer and Cottrell, I think they say injured, but I haven't seen the official release. So that's why I haven't said anything about it as yet. All right. Mr. Lover saying he sent me a pic. Didn't make fitness tests. Lewis on the fitness as usual. All right. Campbell did okay, could better. At least he average went up. All right. Good night, all. Does injury hinder you from being contracted though? A permanent injury. And yeah, I think when players are not able to keep themselves fit right throughout or for a good chunk of time, they are not going to be contracted because you are not fit for duty, I guess. I mean, if you were under contract and you got injured, then they can just take the contract away, I would assume. I don't really understand certain things with CWI now. These guys not easy, But yeah, man. So the test match now, guys. The test. We're going to talk about the squad. We're going to talk about the players that were contracted. Let me see if I can find it here for you guys. Yeah, man, because there are quite a few players that some persons are saying should be on the list that they are not there. And I am not too sure what the personnels at CWI will be able to tell these people as it relates to why some persons are not on that thing there. Hold on there, guys. Oh, we also remember that we have the squad to look at, guys. We have the squad to iron out also. That's the squad that is going to be playing Bangladesh in those ODI and T20. People him start pressure. Sherman hit my already. Where's Sachin? I don't understand why I can't see Sachin from when I don't see Sachin. Sachin was waiting on the White Boss squad, and I'm not sure if because his favorite player is not there. Sachin is in hiding. I don't know. Sachin, where are you? Where are you, Sachin? You need to make yourself. You need to let us know what's happening, Sachin. All right. Somebody check out if Sachin all right for me, please. Because I don't understand how Sachin just disappear like that. All right, good. So we can check that afterwards. So I think I saw Mr. Lover. Mr. Lover was trying to come on just now. Mr. Lover, you can go ahead and enter. For the other persons that are trying to come on, just identify yourself in the comment section, and I'll go ahead and see if I can let you on so we can have a chat. All right. You can go ahead, Mr. Lover, and for the other persons that we're trying to get on. All right. All right, here comes Mr. Lover. What say you now, Mr. Lover?
Ja.
What
Manners
say you?
and respect towards the Bond family.
Hold on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. First of all, I want to say congratulations to the test team.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some improvements batting wise, although I think you need to iron out a few kinks. Number 3, number 4, Bonner look a bit shaky. I don't know if he can't handle the good pace no more. But all in all, a good effort, and I'm looking forward to South Africa and Australia. I heard South Africa might have been pushed back until next year, but I don't even know.
Oh, I'm up.
There should be a red ball camp in St. Lucia or Barbados. I'm not sure where or when, but hopefully. I hope Brandon King gets a chance in that and Tej Marine.
So
the A-team tour.
So coming out of this test series, you are continuing with everybody here, or as I said, what you say, you're ready to just to try somebody else at the number 3 and the number 4 slot, which would be Reefer and Bonner.
I would keep the squad. However, I think the only person that might be at risk is Nkrumah Bonner, because as of late he has been on a downwards trend. He's now averaging about 36 or 35. We just gave Reefer a call up. I don't think it would be right to just drop him like that
Already.
So I would say bring in Blackwood to bat at 3, bring in Thomas, and have Reefer bat around 6.
Have who to bat at where now?
Reefer to bat at 6.
So who you say going to put it in the number 3 slot?
Well, Blackwood can do it. He does it for Jamaica consistently. Put on some good numbers. And with his new approach, I think that would be the best option. Therefore, if we do that, we could play Myers at 5 and have Holder coming in before Silva or after Silva. If Holder comes back into the team.
If Holder comes back into the team, so what we do? We finish with Jason Holder, or he's not able to make the team right now? No, I'm asking. Are we finished with him, or he's now in a tussle with Kyle Mears and Raymond Reefer to make the team?
Well, hands down, he make it over Reefer, but I think Myers may have edged him out because of the batting.
Yeah.
Myers has been doing very, very good with the bat. And for the last couple of years, Holder has been on a downwards trend. Holder is more of a bowling all-rounder at this point in his career. So it's up to them to decide.
Well, it's pretty interesting, Mr. Lover. Pretty interesting, because just a couple months ago we were actually saying that Kyle Mears should not be anywhere near the team. So it's really interesting.
Well, I wasn't one of those persons, but I understand.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
Anybody see Sachin yet?
Why? I don't know where Sachin is at all. I can't find Sachin Rasta.
Sachin saying, I don't want my in the team.
Yeah, I can't find Sachin. I don't know where Sachin is at. Can't find him.
Honestly, looking back at this test series, the batting has definitely improved somewhat.
Mm.
Other than the Silver and Bonner, who average went down, as well as Reefer within the limited and inexperienced, yes. Everybody else average went up in terms of batting. And with the bowling now, Watch, congrats on the 250 wickets, passing Holding. Alzari Joseph, congrats on your feat of your first time man of the main bowler of the series, I should say.
Mm.
And congrats on getting the average down from 39 to 36.
Why you create an award for Alzari Joseph, eh?
Of course, have to support my boy, man. My
Man create
captain.
man create an award for Alzari Joseph Star.
But on a real, it's good to see that within the last 5 test matches, he
Mm-hmm.
had 22 wickets at about 16, I think.
Mm.
It's really good comeback from him post the county stint.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just the other day, Kimo Roach, when he did the interview, he was saying that, you know, he would advise all of these youngsters once they get the opportunity to go and play some county cricket. And Alzari Joseph, he did some time there. And I don't want to say that he's reaping the benefits or the rewards because it would sound as if West Indies didn't do anything for him. But it was definitely good. It's definitely good to see that he would have gone there and he's definitely improving.
Yeah, but another thing about this county stint, I believe if West Indies had played Joseph instead of Gabriel versus South Africa when he came back from the county stint, he probably
Mm.
would have been in a better position against them.
But remember though, wasn't
He was not
was it was
100%, but they
yeah.
chose him to play.
But no, I think that's when they said, all right, they're going to go with Gabriel, and
Seals and
they gave
those.
Jaden Seals his debut then.
Yeah.
Mm.
All in all, it's a good improvement. Let me say congrats as well to Anderson Phillip
Mm-hmm.
on his debut and his 2 wickets. That second ball was a beauty. When I saw that, I was like, oh
First
my
wicket,
God.
right?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
second
it
ball
was
to go,
definitely a good. It was definitely a good delivery.
that is just like butter on French toast.
Yeah, man, it was good. It was a good delivery to get your first wicket as a pace bowler. It was definitely a good delivery.
Now, towards this contract thing now, my gosh. Fabian Allen screwed himself out heavily.
Mm.
And Hetmeyer, as I say, Hetmeyer needs to
Mm-hmm.
get serious if you really, really want to play West Indies. At this point, I doubt that he does.
Mm.
Um, Cottrell, he's up in age, so I think he should be winding down. So I understand
Mm.
he's injured, but nevertheless, I still have him in my team. Don't
So,
worry.
so, so when you say winding down, what do you mean? Should they take their mind? Should they take their eyes off him, or should he be stepping down? Oh, hold on, we're getting some feedback from your mic, Mr. Lover. Ooh,
Is my mic?
yeah, I think so.
No, man. Can't be.
Let me see. The others are muted. All right, keep going. So I was just asking, when you say that Cottrell should be winding down, should he be
Okay.
stepping away, or should the selector stop looking in his direction?
Let me make this clear.
Yeah.
In certain matches and certain tours, he can come
Mm.
because he's the most experienced left arm seamer. Then you have Obed McCoy, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's time that we try to phase in Preston McSween.
Mm. So Preston McSween is already at that level to just step in and fill the shoes.
He's been performing.
In the regional 4-day championship. Remember, we usually use Cottrell in like in the T20s, you know. So, ooh, I am the only person hearing those feedback. Yeah.
That wasn't me. I was muted a while ago.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, good night, gentlemen. I'm stepping back from the mic now. One of you can go ahead.
All right, Mr. Lover. Enough respect as usual. All right, so we have a couple more persons in. We have Marlon, Sheldon, and Sanjay. I think Sheldon was in first, so we're going to hear Sheldon. Then we hear Sanjay and Marlon. And for the guys that are just coming on, we are going to be discussing everything surrounding what is going on with West Indies cricket now. The test series that was just concluded. We're going to be talking about the players that were offered the central contracts. And we're also going to be talking about the squads, right? The ODI and the T20 squads that were named recently. And for the persons that are in the comment section that are typing as usual, you know, we appreciate you guys, and we're definitely keeping an eye on the comments. Yes, Sheldon. Sheldon, you hearing us? All right, we're not hearing Sheldon at all. Sheldon gone. Couple of persons gone. All right, I think Sanjay and Marlon, they are on. All right, Sanjay, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Lennox, I just want to say big up to West Indies, you know. John Campbell especially. John Campbell is my cricketer. And
yes, man, I know that. I know that.
Lennox, anytime him go above him average, it's a win for me, you know.
Yes, man.
Go above 25. Really, really proud of everybody. You know, it was a good test series. You know, I watched most of it.
Sanjay, good. Declare your biases.
No, man. Other Jamaicans in the team, you know, so I can say, you know.
John Campbell is Sanjay, boy, man.
But something special about John Campbell, you know, and it's just good to see him a little bit more, you know, serious about his game. You know, he's still attacking, you know, but a little more, you know, responsibility in him. But I just want to touch on the T20 and the ODI squad, you know. Good to see Rahman Powell coming in as vice captain for the ODI, for the T20, right?
T20, yeah.
I still think they need to find a little room for Fabian Allen. I know he didn't get much games in the IPL, but I mean he's still talented. You know, see, look, you have the leg spinner Hayden Walsh. Hayden Walsh is in the team. What has he been doing? You know, I still give him so much chances. I don't know. I don't understand that. Yeah, I mean, you drop him from the ODI now, right? But he's still in the T20. I still think Fabian Allen is a better option.
He's still there, and he's still one of the players with contracts also.
Let me interject here. Some time ago, Mr. Haynes has said there's no need for two left-arm spinners in the same squad or the same 11. However, now I see the bringing in Gudakesh Moti in the ODI as well with Akil Hussain. So is that not bias?
But here's my problem, no, Mr. Lover. When a couple of on here, I heard a couple of persons asking why Gudakesh Moti not getting a chance in the white ball team, and I was saying to play T20 and ODIs, I have the same two type of spinners in the team, as in Gudakesh Moti and Akil Hussain. It might be a little bit tricky to play both of them in the same game. But having said that, you know, I prefer to have the two of them than a leg spinner that is not even going to give me an appeal throughout the game. His bowling, I can't see the sense in it. You understand? And it's not the first time I am saying it. You know, I can understand the logics behind not wanting to play two spinners that are similar in the same short format of cricket. But, you know, I can't really see where it is working out for our dear leg spinner. And I understand wanting a leg spinner, especially in your T20 team, because they are usually an attacking option. They usually get, you know, put batsmen in trouble, but I can't see it. I'm not seeing it at all. So I don't know at all.
Lennox, I don't know if you talk about this already, but do you know the reason why Hetmeyer and Lewis is not in the squad?
The thing is, I hear a couple of persons saying it, but I haven't seen anything official as yet. So I'm not
Are
sure.
they fit?
Based on what
I'm
I
not
got
sure.
based on what I got from the
Because
press
yeah,
conference, Allen opted and made himself not available.
Mm.
Cottrell and Hetmeyer are injured, and Evan Lewis did not do other fitness tests since the IPL, which automatically ruled him out.
So that is the thing, Sanjay. I haven't seen
May I got
the press conference. I haven't seen the press conference as yet, so I'm not sure. But quite a few persons have been saying the same thing, that this is what happened, according to what they are saying. A couple of them injured, one didn't do the fitness test. So I'm gonna have to
yeah.
try and see if I can see the press conference. But you know,
Lennox,
it's
can I
really
just
sad though.
touch on one more thing, and it really got me annoyed during the
Yeah, man,
test
no
series,
problem.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Raymond Reefer is a talented cricketer. He's not a number 3 batsman, right?
No
And the
day,
fact
no
that they
day.
put him at number 3 is basically setting up the guy to fail. You know, Raymond Reefer can be in my test team. I have no issues with him. He can bat and he can bowl. But if you cannot play him as an all-rounder, you had 2 guys sitting there, right? 2 guys, and either of them could have come at number 3. You had Shanda Paul and you had Solozano, right? When you go down to Australia now, coming at the end of the year, you're going to ask Raymond Reefer to bat at number 3. If he's not a number 3 batsman, you should have given those 2 guys, because it's clear now they're not going to get the opening slot because John Campbell is performing and the captain is there, right? But you
Yeah.
can't bring them in. And I personally would have tried Solozano, even though I would prefer Shanda Paul more, but I would have tried Solozano in one of the games and Shanda Paul in another, just to see if one of them can stick around as a number 3
So
batsman, because that's where we're lacking. Because Shea Hope is not coming in back, right? So you need a number 3 batsman.
so you'd
Brooks
have
is
brought
not coming back.
you would have brought in Solozano into the squad to try and see, because remember I wasn't in the
Right.
squad, you know. Only Devon Thomas and Raymond Reefer, those are the 2 guys that were brought in the squad to boost the batting.
I would have tried Devon Thomas, because at least, right, you're trying to find who can bat at number 3, and I don't think that guy is
Raymond Reefer,
is an all-rounder.
as I said, he's a talented cricketer. He's one of those utility cricketers that you need, but he's not a number 3 batsman. He's
If Mellors
definitely
is
not a number
injured
3.
or Jason Holder, one of the all-rounders, you know, there's room for him. I would bring him in as a replacement for one of those guys, but not a number 3. He hardly bowl enough, so therefore he wasn't in the side to bowl.
No,
a little bit more.
No, but listen, just to show you that they were experimenting on this, and before the test match even started, I said I was saying it on the show here that I don't want these guys to use the fact that he batted at number 3 for Barbados in the regional championship as an excuse to say we're going to play him at number 3. You know, and that is exactly what they did. And in my opinion, he did not do that for enough time. You know, he didn't do it long enough for Barbados to bat there, and you know that's definitely an issue. You know, so I don't know, but he's not a number 3. All right, the vice captain though, Blackwood. Are you one of them that you know that is saying that Blackwood should have asked Blackwood to step up and bat at 3?
No,
You know,
definitely
Yes.
not. No.
Yes.
Blackwood is a lower order batsman too. Look at
Listen.
where the guy has his highest average, right?
Mhm.
Don't put him in the top 4. Right now, Nkrumah Bonner could have batted at number 3, but I think they tried that and it didn't work
Bonner
so well.
did.
That's why they just leave him at 4, right?
Bonner
But
don't want to
the
bat at
batting
3.
order, to me, the batting order is very good. You just need to fix those issues. Number 3, and I mean, we still need to try and find room for a quality spinner.
Listen. Let's get this into our heads right now. Bonner is running away from number 3 position because he does not want to face a new ball, especially if one of the openers get out in the first 10 overs.
That's fine. Nothing is wrong with that. That's fine.
So the only other viable option would have been for Jeremy
Other great
Blackwood to
batsmen
bat
do the
at
same
number 3.
thing. Joe Root
Doesn't want to bat.
Hold on. We can't hear it two at the same time. Yes, Mr. Lover.
And the only other viable option for number 3 would have been Jeremy Blackwood, unless they had in Thomas in the 11.
But Thomas was in the squad.
But he didn't get to play.
But then you're supposed to pick your best team from your squad. You know what I mean? You don't try and pick a team and then just circulate players in it. Blackwood and Bonner wouldn't do well at number 3. You need a direct number 3.
Yeah,
that's a specialist batsman.
This is where I'm looking at for the future. You have the A-team tour of Bangladesh coming to the Caribbean, and you're supposed to have this alleged red ball camp before we go to Australia. If Brandon King gets in to the A-team and does well in the red ball camp, I think he would have been the key figure at number 3.
Brandon King, you just said?
Already. The persons that are hiding, the viewers want to see you guys. Those that are hiding. All right, Mr. Lover, I hear you. Hold on, we're getting a lot of feedback from somebody's mic. Oh man.
Yeah, Sheldon, you're on your feedback.
All right, I think we can hear Sheldon now. So yeah, we're going to let Sheldon go and then we hear Marlon. Thank you, Sanjay. We're going to come back around. Yeah, yes, Sheldon, go ahead. Yeah, man, I can hear you.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, Sheldon, we can hear you. Yeah.
Refa cannot bat a tree. Right? I keep saying we need to bring Tage to open and let Campbell bat a tree. Right? So that the thing will look more settled. We losing 3 quick wickets all the time for that series. Right? Because as we lose one of the openers, if I getting out, now he gets some good balls. I have to admit he gets some good balls and so on. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, whether ball or not, you're still out, right? So we need to bring in Tage. Let Tage open with Brafitt. Play Campbell at 3. I would have promote Blackwood to 4 and Bad Bonadong at 5. Right.
But usually Sheldon, yeah, continue. I will ask the question after. Continue.
So that what would happen by that time? Bonner could grind out whatever runs he had to grind out, right? And bat with the tail if he have to, you know. He and the Silver could hold a stopgap kind of thing.
So we're planning for the batting to come after 6 wickets have fallen.
Yeah. No, well, all of them fellas, they could bat. Campbell in form, Brafitt in form, Tage in form, Blackwood in form, and then Bonner out of form, but you get some form. Refa out of form, you can get some form.
I don't know if Refa is out of form or he's just not. I don't know if he's out of form or he's just not suited for number 3. Raymond Refa, that is.
Well, he getting out at 3. So if it happens 5, 6, 7 times, what gonna be the conclusion? That he out of form?
But if you put a lower order batsman to bat in the top order and he's consistently facing the new ball with bowlers fresh, he's always going to get out, and you're going to say that the lower order batsman is out of form. If you put him where he would naturally fit, you know, he might survive a little better. That's how I'm reading it. I could be wrong though. And I don't know about. Yeah.
When you go to the Indian team, you will bat where the captain wants you to bat, not where you want to bat. Right? It I mean opening the batting for the IPL team and batting 5 and 6 for the Indian team. So it is where the captain, what the job that the captain wants you to do. And if you cannot do the job that the captain wants you to do, then you will not make the side.
No, man, we understand all of that, you know, and generally speaking, that is how it is supposed to go. But this line of reasoning now, you are saying this is the line of thinking that the captain should come with, and then the players should be able to adapt based on the best thing, based on what you think is best for the squad, for the team.
Yeah, it's not about the players, it's about the team.
We agree it's about the team. We're just wondering how that would fit.
What contribute to the team, right? Is what contribute to the team. And if you can't contribute to the team, then we ought to get somebody else who could fulfill that role. It's as simple as that. It is a brutal thing. So
yeah.
Now another thing, right? Going on to the contracts now. West Indies has stated that they're no longer giving white ball contracts. They're picking players, international players. So once you have a contract, you could play any form of cricket. Right? So that is the end of the matter. So who is to tell? Pooran could get picked as a test player. Yeah, because remember, Warner, for instance, moved from white ball cricket into the Australia cricket team, test team. So and as far as Mote is concerned, Mote was picked to be a containing spinner to bowl the middle overs, right? Because his economy rate is very good, his control is very good. So he'll bowl the middle overs, right? West Indies, part of West Indies' problem right now is dead bowlers. And remember, I was telling you that if this guy, Shepherd, cannot go to death, he will not make the team. You see Dong as a reserve, right?
Right. Because Obed Makai is back and Kemo Paul is there.
Well, right. So you can't do the job. We had to find someone who could do the job. So that is the case. Right? But I really like the attitude of the coach. The coach say, here's what. We gain credit to who here in and around the side. Whoever choose not to play and who not here, we ain't even studying them. We just whitewash Bangladesh 2-0 with who we had. Somebody want to talk about who missing. Forget who missing. We win.
Yeah, we have to give props to the guys that are there, but you know, I agree. The guys that are there need to be highlighted, but as fans, we're always gonna bring up the ones that we think are talented that are missing out, and we're not getting the exact reason as to why they are missing out. You hear no, Sheldon?
Yeah, but if the players that replacing them, yeah, I am saying, if the players that replacing them doing well and winning, why distract from the players who there? With
no
man,
not there. No man, we're not distracting enough, but I don't think we have that wide. I don't think we have that. We have that wide pool of players to just be tunnel vision. So if we have 11 that is performing now, we just close our eyes on the other players that are out there. You understand? So it's not that we want to distract from the ones that are performing, but we cannot just be tunnel vision and say these 11 perform and win us the series, so we don't business about the others out there. You understand? We don't want to take away their credit, but we're still going to be. We have to keep our eye open on the ones that are out and ask what is happening.
No, well, we have 18 contracted players to play the three forms, I think. That is a lot of players, 18 contracted players. To get 11 or 15, right? And plus the other players who can make the side when they're ready and so on. we can bring them in and pay them when they play, right? Because Lewis and Hetmeyer will sit down on the plane to the World Cup in Australia, right? But it's just a matter of time.
So we continue. So we continue in this sort of system where we have so-called big name players where we have so-called big name players where it's just we just see them when they come out when World Cup time comes around. So we're going to continue that trend.
Yeah, of course. Because I don't have to give you $120,000 for you to play when you want. I go save the 120,000, give it to somebody who could play and who I could develop over time, who are available, and then we take it from there.
So the guys that are working towards the final question before I move over to Marlon. He has been waiting for a while. So the guys that have been working on building, helping us to achieve points and helping us to reach to qualify for the World Cup now. So when you're going to pick the squad for the World Cup, those so-called big name players that are World Cup players, what do we do when the time comes around? The ones that were working hard and helping us to qualify, we're gonna give the so-called big name players the spot on the team over them. Sheldon?
Yeah.
You heard the question?
Yeah, if you have it. Because the thing about it, right? After the last World Cup, right? We already knew, after the last T20 World Cup, we already knew that we had to play the qualifier. There was no way that we could have avoided the qualifier. So what we doing now is looking for a pool of players who could represent us at the World Cup, right? If we choose to bring in, let me say, a Narayan becomes available or a Russell becomes available, or a Lewis becomes available, then they will play in front of players. Because there is no way you will tell me that Brandon King will make a T20 side in front of Hetmeyer or Lewis.
No, man. What I'm
he had to sit down.
So what I'm saying now, all right, we're going to move on, but what I'm saying, so these players, after they work hard and help us to qualify, and then they bring in the big guns or the big name players and leave them out. After the so-called big name players trod off now, what do you do to say to the other players? All right, come and play for us. Turn down this contract. Turn down this franchise team that is asking for you to come and play. Turn them down and come and play for West Indies. How do you work that out? Sheldon lost. All right, look at Sheldon fall off the map. We're going to move to Marlon in the meantime. We will definitely hear Sheldon again. Yes, Marlon, go ahead.
Well, for me, the main disappointment with the CWI contracts, I won't say disappointment, but I'm a big Shannon Gabriel fan, and I'm a little bit I would saddened in a sense, for lack of a better term, that Shannon didn't get a contract, because Shannon has done real good service to West Indies, and he has been our strike bowler for a long time, for a good while, not a long time, but for the better part of 5 years, Shannon has been the main strike bowler in Test cricket, and been a good one at that. So for him not to get a contract and for him not to be able to maintain his fitness is a little sad, because I always have time for Shannon Gabriel in the West Indies team. So
yeah,
that I was a little bit taken aback by that.
Marlon, I want to ask
When
you a
it comes
question.
to yes, Mr. Lover?
Let me ask you this question. You as a CEO,
Yes.
right? Would you give a man who's consistently getting injured and not keeping himself fit a contract over a guy that is fit and keeping himself good without less injuries than the other guy?
All right. Before I answer you, one part of the question kind of, when you say not keeping himself fit, you mean that Shannon is not doing the things necessary? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
To maintain his fitness?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Lover, you know something that I don't. But the injuries, I know about the injuries. Everybody know about the injuries. I don't know about what is causing the injuries if he's to be blamed personally. But because I like the player, that is why I say that. But I understand fully why CWI did not give him one. And it's not that I'm upset. I'm just saying I'm a fan of the player. And I like to see him play for West Indies. I like his bowling style. And he's an aggressive fast bowler, an old-fashioned fast bowler. So I like him. So that's why I'm saying he is the one that who didn't get a contract that I'm like, it's not that I'm upset, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I definitely understand, Marlon, because
injury,
you know.
Yes, I'm a fan. That is simply it. So I wouldn't give him the contract either as a business decision if that's what Mr. Lover is asking. It's not good business. But the other people who didn't get a contract, Hetmyer, I wouldn't give him one either. A lot of was Cottrell, so. But for the most part, I am fine with CWA and how I know they did the contracts. The Raymond Reefer issue now. Personally, I don't think they stopped setting up Raymond Reefer to fail. Before Reefer got in the team, the conversation was that Reefer could never get in the team as an all-rounder because we had Jason Holder, Kyle Mayers in the team. Where would we fit Raymond Reefer? Yes. So I think we are forgetting that now in lieu of what happened in the series. That was the competition he had to face as an all-rounder. And he made a concerted effort to go to number 3 in order to say, let me show you a totally different skill set to give myself a chance. And he did well. He did admirable at number 3. So because all of that, then I don't think CWI set him up to fail in putting him at number 3. Because that is the position with which he forced his way into contention. And that is where he wants his game to go now. So I think they did him justice, in my opinion, by saying, this is how you made the team. This is where the league is, and this is where we play.
Yeah. I mean, they might not literally be setting him up to fail, you know, but I'm saying, I mean, they might not literally be trying to say, all right, we're going to throw him in the fire and see where we go. But personally, I think I think he can make the team as a specialist batsman, but he would have to come in at a number 5, 6 or somewhere thereabout. It's just that we know we have Blackwood and so forth there. You know, just like how you see we have other guys in teams batting at 5 that they will do a little bit of bowling, but they are in the team because of their batting and or if they can keep. But I don't know if my standards are too high when it comes on to top order batsmen, but you know, I really don't like it at all. I really don't like seeing him at 3. You know, I mean, it can also be said. It can also be said that is where our cricket is at, where you know he would have performed at the regional level as an all-rounder, and he forced his way into the team as a specialist batsman. We can also say that is where West Indies cricket is at, and that is why he was able to force himself in as a number 3. So I understand your reasoning, because you know he. Based on the pool of players that we have to pick from, he would have shown in the regional tournament that year he can probably make the team as a batsman, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, and to be honest, Lennox, I think the outrage is a little bit misplaced because, and I think George Davis said this on Sportsmax. we haven't had really good number threes in a long time. So Raymond Reefer is not doing worse than anybody else. He's not doing worse than Shamar Brooks, Shea Hope, and all those other people who played there. So after one test, we are calling for this experiment to end. I mean, we gave Shea Hope such a long run. We gave what his name is, Brooks, 2 separate goals in the team. Give this man a chance. Give the man a chance. No, I agree that if you're struggling, no, let me say this, Angie. I agree that if you're struggling against Bangladesh, what chance do you have against Australia, Pakistan, and the like? Fear criticism.
But give him the chance.
I believe the young man deserves more time. Yes. What's the question, Sanjay?
Can Raymond Reefer stand as just a batsman? What's his average in first class?
I think
because the number 3 has to be a
I mean, I don't know, but
I think his average in first class is around 37 or so. Somebody check it out.
Is that an average as a number 3 batsman, or because he started off as a lower order batsman, and that's where he got a lot of his runs in first class cricket, right? The point is, right? You can't just get up overnight and turn yourself into a specialist batsman. You know what I mean? You have to have the technique. And from what I saw of Raymond Reefer, he doesn't have that technique.
So you're saying his technique is way off when it comes on.
Batsman, right? Because it's a lot of edges went to the slip card, right?
Yeah, but I just check his average is 27 point. Hold on. Let me see if I see.
That's even worse than I thought.
27.44 I am seeing on ESPN cricket.
And for the most part, that would have been from a lower order batting.
Yeah, he would be batting in the middle, I think.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's not like you don't have guys. You have 2 guys that I pointed out to you. You have Chanderpaul and you had Solozano. Both of them got runs in the warm-up game, right? So that's what I'm saying. If I were, the team selectors, being Phil Simmons and the captain, etc., I would have tried to incorporate one of those 2 guys at number 3 because they're natural openers. So who best to bat at number 3 than natural openers? That's the point I was trying to bring across.
I hear you. What say you, Marlon?
Are valid, Sanjay, but I think the outrage is too soon, in my opinion, against Raymond Reefer. Considering
question on Marlon. Would you in Australia ask Raymond Reefer to bat at number 3 down under on those flat wickets? Would you bring Raymond Reefer to number 3 batsman?
Currently, yes. Because even though it's Australia, at the end of the day, I don't think you could give the man 1 series and then discard it.
Yeah, I usually like to give them 4 innings, which is too much. I usually like to give them 4 innings, which is too much, is to look at them.
That's fine. That's fine. You can keep him in the squad, because I still think he's a good bowler. Because even in the first test, he was getting a lot of swing, and asking a lot of questions. So he can play test cricket. It's just not as a number 3. That's the point.
Okay, let me say this: 2 test matches is not good enough to judge somebody off of. You have to get them at least 3 or 2 series, even 2 series at least. If you can give John Campbell a whole eternity, why can't you give Reefer another go?
John Campbell showed potential.
Listen. Wait.
From the first test, you could see something in John Campbell. I haven't seen that in Reefer.
Listen.
It's not about the score alone, Mr. Lover.
Listen, Sanjay. Throughout the years, which one batsman or cricketer in the region has consistently performed other than the captain, Craig Brathwaite, other than Raymond Reefer?
What's the question?
Yeah.
Because Reefer hasn't performed, so you can't put him in that category.
You're talking first class cricket? Yeah, yes, what are you talking about? Oh no, man, Raymond Reefer is always up there in first class cricket.
Evan Shotgun Smith. What about that? He was a
he's not in contention. I think he's talking about players that are in contention for selection now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Raymond Reefer is definitely scoring runs.
The only person that could
Score runs.
probably get in easily over him and Reefer would have been the wicket keeper batsman.
Probably Devon
all-rounder,
Thomas.
Devon Thomas.
Yeah, probably Devon Thomas. But
There's no other one in the West Indies right now other than Devon Thomas that works as hard as Raymond Reefer in first class.
yeah, but having said that, still, guys, I personally am not a fan of him batting at number 3. I like his work. I like his work rate and all of that. And I was calling for him to get his chance in the team. You understand? But the fact that we now have Kyle Mayers performing, not only with ball, but also with bat, it's difficult to fit in Raymond Reefer in my team because I don't want him as a number 3. You understand? That's my thing. I can't have him as a number 3 batsman. You see?
Yeah.
You see, if you look at the teams around the world, I know that
Can't play number 3 for no.
I know that we can't really compare our talent to some of the players around the world, you know, but you don't really see that picking up all-rounders and turning them into openers and number 3 batsmen and things like that, and number 4. Guys that bat at number 3 and 4, those are usually the 2 guys in the team that you expect going last longest out there and stand up and bat. You understand? And
can I play?
Generally speaking.
Can I play Davis?
Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Steve started off as a leg spinner.
Yeah, started off as a leg spinner batting at number 7. That I can agree with.
And
But
then
he
he
was
worked
bowling.
his way
He
up.
was
It's
bowling.
different.
He was bowling, right? He was bowling. He was in the
worked his
team
way
bowling.
up.
And then he
Australia
started
didn't
batting
drop
and doing
him
his
say,
thing.
You're the number 3 batsman.
Yeah,
He
yeah, that's the
worked his way.
thing.
He had to perform with the bat. He said, okay, this guy's seriously talented. So you have
Yeah,
to keep on moving him up.
that's the thing. That's the thing,
Drop him at
Marlon.
number 3 and say, you know,
He
think back
batted.
to him. But my question is, right, can Jason Holder walk back into this team?
Well, I asked Mr. Love. I asked Mr. Lover that earlier, and you know, it was definitely a tough question because no, we have Kyle Mayers performing. You understand?
so.
And well, you say no, Jason Holder. He has to fight back for his spot in this team.
No, and that's how it should be. You know, that's how it should be for any player. You know, I mean, if only a situation like we could like for Andre Russell and say, no, you pick and choose store. Yeah,
No man,
but somebody like Andre Russell walk back in, you know. But,
so why Naren cannot walk back in?
in my book, no.
So why Andre Russell can walk back in? I will want somebody like Naren that can go 4 for 12, 4 overs for 12 runs.
To any team, international franchise.
No, but Naren can do that to any team. Naren can bowl 4 overs for 20 runs and pick up 4 wickets to any team in the world. So why Naren can walk back in?
Well, the thing is
Against anybody.
So the thing is with Naren,
Line up.
Yes,
I mean, you have a trust in him. I don't have that trust, to be honest. And
but you have the trust in Andre Russell to deliver
every day of the week.
Every day of the week, including the 4 deliveries that he choked and facing Mitchell Stark. No, don't get me wrong, you know. Andre Russell, I like Andre Russell as a cricketer, you know. But I always like to say what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Same knife that stick sheep, stick goat. If Sunil Narayan cannot walk back in my team, Andre Russell not supposed to walk back in my team. The 2 of them, 2 high-class players, world-class players. If we have either of them in the team, more likely than not, we are going to beat teams. But I just want to know, but no, you tell me, you probably have more trust in Andre Russell than Narayan.
Andre Russell has proven himself more times than Sunil Narayan to be a match winner. And when you have somebody like that, you have to make different decisions. But question, so for the T20, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the opening combination? Is it still Brandon King and Kyle Mayers?
Well, apparently because Evan Lewis is no longer there. All right, say for example, this is a squad. I was going to pull it up, but it's showing a little bit small. So let me see if I can just let you guys hear it. Just give me a second. So for the T20 squad that is going to play against Bangladesh, we have Nicholas Pooran, Ravman Powell, Shamar Brooks. We have Akil Hussain, Alzari Joseph. We have Alzari Joseph. We have Brandon King, Kyle Mayers, Obed McCoy, Kemo Paul, Romario Shepherd, Odin Smith, Devon Thomas, and Hayden Walsh Jr. So more than likely, I think there is going to open maybe Brandon King and Kyle Mayers. Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. I mean, if that's the best we have, then I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's likely that that is going to happen because apparently I don't know. Evan Lewis is not there. Don't know if he's going to ever play for us again. But we finally find Sachin. You know, we're asking for Sachin from the evening, but Sachin finally turned up.
Okay, guys, let me just show a wild card. We have another white ball opener in the squad.
Devon
And
Thomas.
Devon Thomas. Yeah. What you guys think about that?
Yeah, I
The
mean,
thing is, only one opening slot you can debate now because Kyle Myers will be opening, so it just have to be whether it is Brandon King or somebody else. I would go with Brandon King.
but so you're giving Devon Thomas a shot anytime throughout this white ball series here. You know, he was knocking on the door right throughout, you know, and he didn't get a chance in the test. So what you say? And it's not like he was only knocking on the door in first class cricket only. He was also performing in T20 for St. Kitts, and he's doing his thing in 50 overs.
He got
also.
more runs than Brandon King, and where the games are going to be played is Dominica, right? That's where he. Or is it St. Kitts? I think it's probably Dominica. And he's Antiguan. He's Antiguan, right? Okay, but yeah, I would give him a chance.
So that is so it's probably going to be Kyle Myers and Brandon King.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's really sad though how we're losing our players little by little because you know if Evan Lewis gone without a trace, Hetmyer gone without a trace apparently, and all of these guys. So I don't know. I guess we're producing them by the bundle so we can afford to do all of that.
I'm glad you said that. Lennox, one day. You said Trace, right? That rhymes with Waston Chase. Let me just say this.
God,
Waston Chase was the best bowler when we went to India. How come he can't make back the team?
I guess it's because of his performance, the performances that he put in over a period of time. You know, those performances over a period of time would have allowed the selectors to lose faith. And you know, he has fallen back quite somewhat. And I don't have anything against him because you guys would remember that leading up to the World Cup, I was singing his praises and I was saying, based on what he would have accomplished in the last 2 CPLs leading up to the last T20 World Cup, he deserved to get the opportunity to go and try and see if he can bat and anchor the team. Right. But where Test cricket is concerned, you know, we tried him as a specialist batsman, tried him as a bowler. And all of that, you know, he's definitely going to have to put in some work to get back an opportunity. You know,
yeah,
so.
just go back to first class. It's not him alone, you know. What about Shamar Brooks? Just go to first class and get some runs, and you will get selected.
Yeah, because they dropped Shamar Brooks from the test team, and you know he has found himself into the ODI. I'm certain that he's going to try and work his way back into the test team.
Right.
Yeah, I think OJ is saying to let him in. I'm not seeing you, OJ. Or we have 5 persons on. 4. No, we have 4 persons on.
Yeah, we only have 4.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing OJ. Try and click the link, OJ, and see if you can come up. Your name is not coming up on the screen, so you have to try and click the link. Yeah. So
guys, one question.
You see about me, Leonard, I am not concerned about the players who are not playing for our series. We just can't be too concerned about them. The Hetmyers, the Lewises.
It's hard not to be concerned.
So moving on.
It's not that easy, Marlon. Not that easy. Trust me. You can't have a guy like Hetmyer and Lewis. No man. It's hard. Trust me. The first thing I look at when I see the squad, you know, when I look at the squad, that's the first thing I check for.
Sanjay, you have to move on.
I mean,
if
eventually,
you have a team like India with thousands of players or Australia, then you can see, you know, you can get over it. But like us, we need to win. Who gonna make us win?
Listen, this is the thing, Marlon. I'm not saying that CWI need to lower their standards and all of that. You know, what I'm saying is we see these guys performing against players that are, you know, high quality players, you know, and world-class players. So what we want is when they are not selected in the team or the squad, we at least need the reason, right?
Yeah.
That is it. And when we hear that they are not performing or they are not this and that, they go up against other world-class players and perform. So, I mean, I guess as fans, we just want to be able to say, okay, this is why I did not make the team. You understand?
Right.
And, you know, we're not going to just overlook it. I mean, we eventually going to have to move on if they are not in the team, you know, because we still want the team to do well. But I
Right.
think we're going to question it still.
Perhaps
Mm-hmm.
you have your phone close by.
I think so.
Go into your WhatsApp and look at the picture I sent you. There's one with the mention of Evan Lewis. I quote in what Mr.
think-
Haynes said.
No, I think this is the wrong phone.
This is what Mr. Haynes said.
Yeah, I don't have that phone beside me. Mhm.
Mr. Haynes said, I spoke with him 2 weeks ago, Lewis, and I spoke to him about taking his fitness test again. I have no interest in no one who is not worried about their fitness or something to that effect. I'm just paraphrasing what he said. After hearing that, I know for sure that we are in the right direction. If you cannot pass a fitness test,
Ooh.
it don't make no sense. You're supposed to take it back again after you fail it. Within 2 weeks, you go back and try to take it. That's my view. If Lewis doesn't take it, it's up to him. You have Kyle Myers going right now. The best thing to do is find another opener to complement him.
You see, that is the thing now, Mr. Lover. I've heard quite a few persons talking about that press conference. I'm going to have to take a look at it once I am off here because, you know, that, I mean, if the head selector came out and say that, then it would appear as if, you know, it's the end of the line. You know, unless we have a different administration coming in. Seems as if we're at the end of the line for some of these players. Hold on. Jacobs, I'm not sure which question. You're gonna have to send the question again. But I think we have OJ on finally. You are able to hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good afternoon or good evening.
All right. Yeah, man. Blessings.
Yeah, so what's going on there? People talking about selections and press conferences.
Yeah, we basically, thank you, Mr. Lover. We're basically touching base with everything. We haven't had a live in a while, so we're talking about the squad, the T20 and the ODI squads that were announced a couple of days ago. We're also talking about the players that were offered retainer contracts, and you know, we're just talking about the test series in general and things like that. So you know, those are some of the stuff that we're touching base with.
So right now you're talking about the squads that were just selected and Evan Lewis. Which we have,
we're
some
talking about
questions about
Lewis.
him, right? We have some questions about him.
Yeah.
So now we know that he's just been cut. Like his time is done with West Indies.
No, we know. According to what they are saying, the selector apparently reached out to him and spoke about the fitness test, and it seems as if he wasn't interested. I don't know. That is what I'm getting based on what Mr. Lover just read.
But this is kind of confusing to me because the IPL also has a fitness test, and those guys passed that. So how come they can't pass the West Indies?
I guess it just showed. I guess it
in IPL.
I guess it would show where people's where the priorities lie. You know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would have thought he probably had more like 3 to 4 years left for West Indies cricket. He could have been a part of the core group, but if he doesn't want to, other guys can step up because it looks like Shamar Brooks and Brandon King really want that spot. So it just has to be that way, I guess. I'm not sure about Devin Thomas. I heard Devin Thomas's name getting mentioned.
Yeah, we were saying that he would have done some work both in the regional. He did some work in the franchise cricket also. So we're just asking whether or not they would give him an opportunity in the white ball series against Bangladesh.
My view on that's always the age. You need like a core group of players that is going to be with the team for the next 4 to 5 years. So I would say no.
So here's my thing now, OJ. Here's my question to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
So we always talk about the future. What about the present? What about the guys that are performing now? And what about the guys that are performing now?
The current crop of players that are performing now, say the Brandon Kings, the Shamar Brooks. Well, those guys are performing, so I wouldn't see. He's an opener, right? He wouldn't be able to fit into the middle order.
No, he opens, and I think he can bat at 3. Now these guys that they selected, they performed in the franchise cricket just like Devon Thomas, So the other youngsters that should be in and around the team, they did not outperform Devon Thomas.
All right, so let's go through the list. All right, Brandon King, Shamar Brooks, Kyle Myers,
Yep.
Keep adding up. You'd have Jason Wood is also a middle order batsman.
Well, I'm gonna paste it again.
I just want the full list of players you'd put ahead of him currently at this moment in time.
Hold on. All right, here we go. Here I just pasted it again.
Yeah.
So you're asking about players that are in the squad?
Yeah. And also people that are in contention, like Devin Thomas himself. So it doesn't have to be. So they could be outside the squad right now. And
all right, outside the squad.
Mm.
All right. So if you're looking at youngsters outside the squad, you're talking about youngsters that probably can be with the squad for 4 to 5 years to come.
I mean, yeah, you have to have a solid resume though. It can't just be an under 19 guy.
No man. I understand that. That's what I'm saying. There's not a lot of players out there that are currently outperforming him. That is why I said he should be given the opportunity now.
I just want to see, is there 6 guys? Is there at least 6 to 7 people ahead of him? So let's go through the list now, right? Shamar Brooks. Brandon.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, keep going. Who else is in that squad?
All right, so we have Shamar Brooks, Brandon King is there. We have Kyle Mears is there.
Kyle Mears, yeah.
Yeah, we have Kyle Mears. We have which other batsmen they use? Ravman Powell is there. You know, Ravman Powell is gonna bat ahead of him. The captain keep what's Puran, the captain is there.
Yeah. He's a
that
batsman
is 5.
now. He's a batsman and a spinner now. He's not.
Yeah, he's a bowling all rounder.
Yeah, he's done with those days.
Yeah, so that's 5.
All right, Shea Hope isn't considered.
Yeah, Shea Hope is there.
All right,
so that is 6.
That's 6 players right now.
Shea Hope is in the ODI only.
And yeah, Shea Hope is only in the ODI. So that is 6.
Else. So then for the T20, he should be
and Kimo Paul is an all-rounder. Shepherd all-rounder. So those are the guys in the T20 team.
All right. For the all-rounder thing, it looked like they had made a change to pick a more balanced team for the last 2 series that they played. I don't think it's really the all-rounder thing anymore. And even then, Jason Holder would go ahead of those guys in another series, not this one, but the next series. So with 6 to 7 guys ahead of him, 8 if you count Kimo Paul as well, would you really want a guy that you're not sure that's going to be there after this World Cup coming up? So are you sure that Devin Thomas is going to be here past that point, performing at this level?
Yeah. Maybe he won't, but this is my answer to you. He performed enough to get himself into the team. And they said they select the team based off performance. I mean, you have to be planning for the future. That is why you put things in place to make sure that the youngsters are performing. You understand? You're not going to have a team. I understand what you mean. You need youngsters looking towards the future, but you know, you have to pick the team base to perform. You have to pick the team base and who is performing currently. You understand? I definitely understand what you mean, though. You need guys that you can build with towards the future. And it's the same thing Desmond Haynes said that going forward they want players that that are going to be around the team for a while.
Because I wanted to be consistent. We had the same issue a year ago with the T20 team that went on the World Cup. We picked a bunch of experienced players, and I get it. Devin Thomas has experience. He is performing at the moment, but he's not going to be here past a certain point. So I don't want to. If you have 6, 7 guys, 8 if you count another person, and then it's only a 15-man squad that's going to Australia, then why would you pick a guy that's not going to be here? That's my only point to it.
Yeah.
If you want to pick Devin, that's fine. But you'd have to get a game in this series that's coming.
All right, I hear you. I hear you. So those are the players that we have working with in the ODI, and in the reserve they have Dominic Drakes.
All right, the left arm Seymour who got slapped around against England.
You will remember him. He's the one that won the CPL for St. Kitts.
Yeah, he needs another opportunity to show himself again. He didn't perform too well against England. I'd like to give him a second chance. I like to see Jaden Seals. His line and length was a little bit missing in the Test series, but I like to see. I liked what I saw.
Jaden Seals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden Seals is definitely somebody. As I always say, you see, in ODI cricket, the couple of games that he has played so far, we haven't really seen much, but I am really for Jaden Seals and Alzarri Joseph opening the bowling for us for the next 8, 9, 10 years. But it has to be based on performance. So I'm hoping that he would be able to get it together. Jaden Seals that is at the white ball level.
I don't know if anybody else knows this, but Alzari has a little bit of an outswinger noise. Come with a little bit of extra skill.
Yeah?
Yeah,
He's
yeah, the
always had it.
outswinger. No. Not as
It's a little bit
pronounced.
bigger.
You know
It's a little
why?
bit.
You know
Mhm.
why he didn't have it before like this? Because he
He
didn't
was
have
bowling the
experience.
ball too short.
No, not that, not just that. But
You
the fact
wait.
is, his role in the team was as an enforcer. And by that, I mean he's the guy that come in and just unsettle the
Instead
batsman.
of, mhm.
But he had the
So the
opportunity
rules
with the
change.
new ball. His role change. He got the ball at first change. He actually had the opportunity.
Thank
to
you.
perform.
That's my point. I was
Mhm.
just going to hit
Yeah.
there.
But,
It's like
but,
getting the newer ball than the older
Mhm.
ball. So that's what you're gonna get.
I said this in a comment before that he had the same role that Stuart Broad had. If you remember back in 2009 when he was the guy who was second change after Flintoff,
and
Anderson,
Steve
and
Armisen and was
exactly all of
Mhm.
those guys, and then he had this record where he had 33 matches and 99 wickets, and most people didn't take him seriously. But as soon as you give somebody in the team that's been around the team that long, a newer ball that they can perform with, you're gonna see extra skill. He always had that in him, so I just hope
But
it continues the same way.
well, good point there, OJ. But where Azar is concerned, is it a case where they have always wanted him to be an enforcer in the team, or is it a case where they did not trust him with the new ball based on the length that he's known to bowl?
Look at the pecking order that they had. Just look at the pecking order they had. They had Roach, they had the guy from Trinidad, the big burly guy from Trinidad. They had somebody else
Shannon.
always ahead of him. There was somebody else ahead of him. He was always Jason Holder. When you pick the team that way, there's no way you're gonna give him the ball ahead of those guys. Jason Holder is one of the best bowlers in the world.
Yeah.
Kemar Roach the same too. And the guy from Trinidad, he was also in that same caliber.
Shannon.
Shannon Gabriel. His record was also in that same caliber. So I wouldn't have given him the ball ahead of him. But now when you pick a younger team with Jaden Seals, Kemar Roach leading it, it's like, okay, yeah, there's some opportunity there for you to shine.
Yeah.
And he performed. How many wickets did he have in the series altogether?
12.
It was 12?
12.
12.
Average of how much?
About 16.25.
It was low. It was low. I don't remember, but I think if it wasn't under 20, it was low 20s.
It was
Every
16.
time they needed a wicket, he got the wicket.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to point out. Every time they needed a wicket. And the pace. What I saw
Yeah, it's up.
it carried through, it's all the way up to 150. So he's bowling that pace with the control.
Consistently.
You can't take the ball away from him now.
Yeah.
You have to continue that way. And Shannon Gabriel looks like he's on the way up too on the fitness thing as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, usually when you're at a certain age, if you're not taking extreme good care of your body as a pace bowler, it's going to be difficult to keep holding out. See a question here to the panelists: why Hetmeyer don't accept the guy in a contract for the 4-day games and Super 50 overs? I spoke about it in a video last week. I said I wasn't sure. Initially I thought that he was going to be contracted by CWI, so that is probably a reason why he sidestepped it. But I was obviously wrong. He's not under contract by West Indies, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the situation is with Shemran.
Okay, what I'm getting from
so I didn't mean to disrespect him, by the way. I did not mean to I just forgot his name.
Yeah.
I forgot.
That's why I kept on saying Shannon, because I know somebody gonna say, why is he saying the guy?
No, his record is very excellent.
He has a good record. I think he has over 170 something.
Yes, very good.
Wickets for us, Yeah, yes, Mr. Lover.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Crap. Move on.
All right, Marlon, you still there?
Sachin gone too?
We haven't heard Sachin.
Yes,
Well, Sachin was in the comments. Yeah, Sachin was in the comment section. I'm not from yesterday. I haven't heard Sachin from we announced the squad. From we announced the players, the players that got contract, and we don't see Hetmeyer. I can't see Sachin. I don't know where Sachin is at. From we hear that Hetmeyer. Yeah, yes, Marlon. Yeah, man, we're just calling back on you to hear what's happening.
Well, I'm just listening to the reasoning, and my 5 cents is that Devon Thomas has never jumped off the screen to me while I've watched him. I'll be honest. It's not that he's been put. He's just never jumped off the screen in you saying, "Whoa, this This guy needs to be in the West Indies side.
Yeah.
And I think with T20 is a flashy game where you need players who's going to have a impact. And I don't see the one that as an impact player. I could be wrong, you know. And other people might have their opinions, but he's not one of those guys who I really, really want to see play for West Indies. That's just my 5 cents.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, you guys are actually right. It's just that based on the numbers that you would have put up, you know, we're saying give him a chance. But he's definitely not somebody that going to stand out and you say we can't do without him. You understand? But going off what the selectors claim that they're picking based on performance, he's one that they would definitely need to mention his name. But I can't really see him winning us the World Cup if I could put it that way. You know, I don't really see him. But what are your thoughts on what OJ just the point that OJ just brought up though about Alzarri, Joseph, you know, getting the ball to move more, you know, and being more responsible and all of that. We have always called for Alzarri to start producing more.
I didn't have a similar observation when it comes to moving the ball and stuff like that. In my opinion, though, I thought his pace was a little down during the test match.
146, 147.
I thought the pace. And JDP was also. No, but I don't think he was consistent. And you remember that fiery still in the second innings that really ripped Bangladesh to the threads when he got that double breakthrough.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that consistently from him, as opposed to it coming in at certain times during the game, hitting that hard length with consistent pace. And you know why we need that from him more consistently? Jaden Seals is bowling far too slow, in my opinion. I think he needs to develop a yard more pace. Because in a few balls, he was bowling at 123 during the test match. Kilometers an hour. And I was there like, too slow. It's really too slow. Kemar Roach is at 133, 135 thereabout. Seals has to bowl faster. Those deliveries, it's just not good enough in my opinion. And
you know,
I remember a particular commentator, I don't know which one said it. Yes.
You know why Jaden did that? Because he lost his rhythm throughout the test match. That's simply why he did that. The rhythm he had against Pakistan last year and what he had in the series that just passed, he lost it throughout the test match and he had to find himself at some point. I think towards the end of it, he did find himself, but it was missing for both test matches.
Yeah, because I mean, he usually hover around the 138, 139, right?
He can do 145, but during the test match, you saw his run up was a little bit off. His run up, everything was just messy. So I don't know. That's something they can work on later. But this is an outlier to what he is. This isn't exactly what he is.
Yeah,
Yes.
So you can't have
regarding Alzarri, regarding Alzarri, I would like Alzarri needs to take more wickets, and I know that if the slip card was better, because I think there isn't a bowler outside Alzarri that we've dropped more catches from.
Yeah, they put on a lot of catches
the last few years. A lot. And he's one of them who gets very, very. He takes it personal as an insult when they drop his catches, and he wears his emotions on his sleeves during the game. But I think he needs to take more wickets. For the quality bowler he is, and how long. No, let me say this: for the quality bowler he is, and how long he's been playing Test cricket, the fact that he doesn't have a 4-wicket haul is not good.
Yeah, he has been around since 2016, right?
Yes, he's not out of 5-wicket haul as yet. That needs to improve. If you're going to place, we should put it with him, but we need more production from him. There's no way you could get around him. He needs to take more wickets.
You are correct, Marlon. The good thing is, it would appear as if he's moving in the right direction. Based on what we have seen recently, it would appear as if he's moving in the right direction. But as a fast bowler, as a fast bowler, that is definitely something that you want to get. You want to get off as quick as possible. As a fast bowler, you want to get those 5 wickets. You want to get your first 5 wicket haul as a fast bowler. But if I'm being honest, it would appear as if he's moving in the right direction based on what we have seen so far this year. Yes, Mr. Lover.
I have a question specifically for Marlon.
I think he's in the right direction.
Marlon, this question is for you. You just mentioned the split cord has been dropping catches off of him. So my question is, how can he take more wickets if he creates opportunity and they're not being taken?
No, but Mr. Lover, the West Indies slip card has been notoriously bad. And Kemar Roach has a lot of 5 wickets and he's been playing long before.
Kemar Roach creates more opportunity than everybody else.
Before Alzari. He's got a 5 wicket already. And he's new to test cricket. The fact that the slip card and drop Alzari catches, no excuse why he does not have a 5 wicket all as yet.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be more
because
consistent.
It's bad for everybody else.
Yeah, it needs to be more consistent. I will agree. They drop a lot of his catches, but he needs to be more consistent. And as I said, he's definitely he's leading the way for us in ODI cricket, and it would appear as if he's starting to do his thing in Test cricket. So we don't want it to seem as if we are thinking there, because it look as if he would appear as if he's about to turn the corner, as we like to say. But I didn't even realize that Anderson Phillip was bowling 150s though.
He was pretty quick.
He bowled one delivery at 151.
Somebody say he was 151.
He was hitting 149 too.
He was up there, man.
That's good, and he has a real nice smooth action. He looks good.
I think the end of Sean and Gabriel.
The Hetmeyer. I'll go back to that one. The Hetmeyer situation.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, the Hetmeyer situation.
Yeah,
the reason why Hetmeyer passed on that contract is because everybody knows that when the WICB has their season regularly, that's normally conflicting with IPL. So I think that would have caused a situation. Like, how could you actually do what you're supposed to do for Guyana and then also have he's gonna take his IPL contract more seriously?
Yeah.
This is what I was going to say now. Yes, I remember what I was going to say earlier. Hetmeyer turned down the contract and said, I will be available to play for you guys. However, I want to be open for a franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they did the interview, the exact quote that I saw from the president of the Guyana Cricket Board, when I read the article, he didn't give away a lot. He said that it was a mutual decision for them for him not to sign the contract, but he's always open and ready to play for Guyana. So I guess that is just letting us know that he's keeping his option open as relates to signing his contract for whether it is going to be who is he playing for in the IPL, Rajasthan Royals or another team or whoever. But once the opportunity presents itself, he will be playing for Guyana. But he probably doesn't want to restrict himself like that. But I am going to be honest. Initially, I thought that he was going to be signing a contract for West Indies. Maybe I was being too silly, but I thought that was probably going to be it.
So he still hasn't passed the fitness test. I don't think he can sign it.
That's the next thing. If you don't pass the fitness test, you can.
I want to know what this fitness test is.
Listen, regarding the fitness thing, I think these guys are showing that they don't really care. I'm being honest. And I don't think CWI is being unreasonable with the requirement for the fitness standard. If it is the case where you are applying it consistently across the board, I don't think it's ridiculous. And the fact that these guys refuse to even make themselves available sometimes and refuse to put the work in to meet the standard shows that they don't care.
All teams have it, Marlon.
The IPL fitness standard can. No, but let me tell you, I'm being honest. I don't think these guys, the IPL and those franchise teams, are that big on the fitness standard.
No. They just wanted to do your job, man. They wanted to do your job.
Yes, they don't care.
Hit six, take wicket.
But you see, at the end of the day, international cricket is of a higher standard than these franchise tournaments. I don't care where these franchise tournaments are being played. I don't care. Because the franchise tournaments, a lot of them they are made up with a lot of domestic players that are not yet at the international level, mixed with overseas professionals. So whether it be the IPL, the BPL, Big Bash, I don't think it's as high a standard as ODI and one-day cricket. So if they relax their fitness standard, I don't think CW should relax it and say, because you do well in the IPL, then let us know. Let's just let you in the team, and the fitness standard don't matter.
I can understand. I can understand. Here why no Marlon. You see where this fitness thing is concerned for international teams. All teams have their fitness there. All teams have it, right? Because I remember it could have been last year. I was reading an article and they were talking about the teams and the standard that you have to meet in the don't remember if it's a beep or the yo-yo test, right? And all the teams have it. All the teams have it. My thing is this. My thing is this though. You know, we are all sports people and we have our own two eyes and we can see. And some of the guys that we see get contracts for West Indies based on how they move on the field, playing franchise cricket, right? We can clearly see that some of the guys that do not get contract for West Indies, we can see that, you know, they are clearly fit and moving way better than some of the guys that get the contract. So, you know, as sports fans, we're always going to question these sort of things. But as you said, Marlon, the fitness is important and all international teams have it. It's just that as fans, you know, it look a little bit weird to us when we see players that we believe cannot pass a fitness test getting a contract over a player that we believe, you know, is physically capable of passing the fitness test based on what we see when they are playing cricket. And, you know, we watch sports, so we are going to make those sort of assumptions.
You know what the good thing is? I think this new regime is taking a more proactive stance because they've done away with the older guys and they've done away with Rakeem Carnwall and they've equally made it known to people like, well, Hetty and Evan Lewis that the standard need to be made. So I am comfortable with that because that is how that is how you do it, and you do it a little bit. You be as objective as you can. Rakeem, you can't make the standard. We can't tolerate you.
But my
older guys, you can't tolerate you.
So let me ask you a question now. So let me ask you a question. So how did they reach to the decision now that Rakeem Carnwall cannot beat the standard all of a sudden?
I mean,
you said they are changing.
That is those people.
Because the wickets that he's still taking the wickets.
I think it's a new regime. Well, it's obviously a new regime with the selectors. And the president and all those people don't really select the team. So I only look at the selectors when it comes to the selection. The Raja Harper led unit gave Carnwall a chance. They were the one who selected Rampal, Gill, and the geriatric squad to the World Cup. And those guys have moved on. And this new regime now, I'm not saying they're perfect, you know, by no means are they perfect, but when it comes to the fitness, I think they are doing they're being more objective with it. I'm saying, listen, this is the standard and this is the standard you need to meet. And so we're able to accommodate within these standards. So that's my stance on it.
But let me say this now. But Rakeem Carnwall is performing.
He's taking wickets. So
not only that, he's up here in America in the American League right now, where he's taking wickets again and making runs. Just the other day, he made 91 runs.
But we're not even talking about the American League, Mr. Lover, because if I was pretty, I could probably get a game in those leagues and make some runs. You know, so we're not really using that standard because most of the guys here, they oftentimes they make 100 off all 40 ball and 100 off 30 at ball and all them sort of things. So, you know, sorry. So I don't know.
But okay, one more thing now. I find it interesting that Shea Hope has been removed from the T20 squad. So my question is, will Nicholas Pooran keep, or will Devon Thomas be in the 11 and keep behind the wicket?
Yeah.
Run as the key.
I don't know, because you don't want your frontline spinner to be changing pad to go and bowl, you know. So that's something. but
Don't let us know.
Great.
Don't let us know.
Another thing too,
Not
mind you,
performing like a batsman, so there you go.
prior to the resumption of the first class series, Antigua had white ball series where bowlers from around the Caribbean and a few international bowlers, one from Scotland, one from Netherlands, and somewhere else, came and was bowling and playing with Antiguans as well. And Devon Thomas was one of the top 5 scorers with over 300 runs in about 8 or 9 games.
yeah, I think I remember you sending me some stuff like that on Facebook. It was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember it. Remember you sending me some other stuff.
Give some shine to the comment right here, the 60.
Yeah, that's why I highlighted it. I was just waiting a little bit. I don't really. You see, I have made a couple of videos on it. As I said, I don't want to bash it or anything, because anything that will bring revenue into CWI, we are always saying that they need to find ways to bring in money to try and help the development of cricket. But in terms of the game in itself and the rules, I am not really a big fan of the rules, because, you know, I see where they say in the first 12 deliveries, if you hit 2 sixes, you unlock another power play. And there's also going to be, throughout the game, I think, throughout the innings, fans can just vote for a free hit or something like that. And
A mystery free hit.
A mystery free hit, something like that. And I was like, I mean, this thing is it's so one-sided. It is so one-sided. I know they say cricket is a batsman's game, not these days, but I want to give this thing a chance, but it just looks like a fundraiser to me. You know, like when you're having a day of Curry Gold cricket and you're just going to play some cricket and raise some money. Some of the rules are weird, and it's not just us as local fans talking about it. I see people at the international level talking about it, and you know they are genuinely not excited about it. You understand it?
Why,
you know.
Why do you feel it's one-sided?
I think you're being too nice. Yeah, go on,
Why do
Jay,
you
go.
feel it's one-sided? Why do you feel it's one-sided? Oh, somebody wants to get let in. Blackwood.
Hold on, go again, OJ.
Yeah, why do you feel it's one-sided?
I mean, all right, the whole power play thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if the bowlers manage to bowl, if the bowlers take 2 wickets within the 12 deliveries, what do they get?
Oh, so you're saying they're not getting any special treatment?
No, bowlers don't get any special treatment. If the batsmen hit 2 sixes within the first 12 deliveries, they unlock a third power play. And throughout the game, there's going to be a mystery free hit where fans can probably, I don't know how they're going to do it, if they're going to text or vote, and that mystery free hit, the batsman can play a free shot without the possibility of getting out. So the bowlers are just there bowling, and you know, it's just like you're in the nets training and you're just feeding the ball to the batsman. I don't know.
I get what you're saying, but now I really think about what do the fans pay to see? Like when you're talking about the casual fan, because we're speaking as 5 cricket loving people.
Well, casual fans pay to see ball getting hit over fence. Yes.
No. But when I think about it, just as a business person, I'm thinking about I want that person that has no idea what cricket is to look at this game and say to themselves, "Oh, that looks interesting."
Yeah.
And they're not going to look at it. Like I didn't look at bowling until I really got involved. Like when I saw Brett Lee. Brett Lee was that person for me that was like, okay, Brett Lee and Shoaib Akhtar, that's when I started getting involved with bowling. But before that, it was Chris Gayle. The first time I really got into it was Chris Gayle. He smashed about 79 at the Oval in the T20 World Cup that was in England. The Oval. And that innings right there when he smashed Brett Lee, that's when I really got into the game. So I know that if you're gonna bring people into the game, it's batting that really matters.
Yeah. You are correct, but you want to keep players interested in the game, in the thing also.
the players aren't gonna go anywhere. The money's there. If the money's there, the players are gonna play. I don't care if it's somebody bowling lollipop deliveries. They're gonna show up and play.
Yeah. That is true. That is true.
Even Sunil Narayan took up a bat to earn some extra money. So I mean, that tells you where the game has gone.
Yeah.
Anything goes once the money is right.
Exactly. As long as the money's right, the players are showing.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm going to give it some time to see if it's going to grow on me. But based on the rules that I'm seeing so far, I am not too. As I said, I'm not shutting it down because it's a way to bring revenue into CWI and hopefully it will be spent correctly. But some of the rules that I'm seeing there, it's a little bit weird. But let us see how it goes. Let us see how it goes.
Lennox, let me say, it is foolishness. It is foolishness. These guys need to stop. Like, and I made this comment on the report. Nobody's asking for these various formats of the game. Like, these people need to stop. When will the foolishness end? England came up with
everybody trying to come up with their format, bro.
Yeah, boy. You know where I disagree with that? Yes. No one's asking for these formats. No one's asking for those formats. But people aren't watching the game. That's the problem. People are turning in and buying tickets. And that's the problem that they're having. They need to get people to come to the games. Like, it's good to have people watching live across the globe. I have friends in England that watch CPL cricket. They tune in more than anybody I know in the Caribbean. But if you're talking about people that go to CPL games, it's not that much outside of the main countries. Like when you watch it in St. Kitts, what do you know?
No, man, people go to CPL games. No.
Listen to what I'm saying. Wait. Before you jump on my case, I said the main country, so Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados. When you watch it in St. Lucia now, and remember when Antigua had it at the Sir Vivian Richards cricket ground, when they had a team, Antigua Hawksbills, I never really saw people turn up to the game. I'm saying the countries that aren't really too involved with cricket and it's not their main sport, they don't really turn up to the games.
You see, my thing is this, I love cricket, so whatever format is being played, I will watch it, test cricket or whatever. But this is my thing. I understand what you're saying, OJ. My thing is this: ICC, they are the ones that I am dealing with. I want cricket to go to the next level. So all of these federations can keep doing their foolishness. My only issue is that I don't really see West Indies doing anything to develop test cricket. That is what I'm worried about. That is what I want them to work on. Where the body is concerned, ICC is what I want ICC to do to improve the popularity of the game is to try and enforce either the T10 or the 100 or one of those. Try to get it organized in such a way where we can make a successful bid to get it into the Olympics. That is what I want. That is what I want. That is what I want.
I have a reply to that now. You're talking about developing talent for test cricket. It goes back to what I was saying, was like you need to get casual fans in because if most of these kids now, you're talking about the kids 5 to 14-year-olds, that age group right there, people that can easily influence to play a sport. If they're not seeing the sport on TV, they're not going to suggest it to their PE teacher to go and watch it. They're not seeing people in the crowd if the money's not flowing. When kids that age are looking at sports and saying, yo, I want to be the next Stephen Curry, just won a sport championship. Like, I want to shoot the ball from that far. I want to be Cristiano Ronaldo. I want to be able to do the overhead kick he did in 2018 when I saw that highlight over and over and over again. What highlights they're playing in cricket right now? Like, we see them, but we watch cricket like that. But the kids aren't seeing that. That's not coming across my TikTok.
They're not marketing the thing.
That's not coming across my TikTok feed. I need to see it across my TikTok feed if I'm 5 to 14 years old to say, when I go to school on Monday, hey, PE teacher, I need to play cricket. I want to play cricket. Like, that's what we're going to play this week.
Because we're not marketing it. Not only ICC, CWI, we're not marketing it. You notice when you watch IPL and once the game goes for a break, commercial break, majority of the time you see Dhoni, you see Virat Kohli, you see all of these big superstars from India in the advertisement. That is how they catch the arm.
No. See what you said there? Superstars. What superstars West Indies have?
No. But about 2 years ago, I was saying this. And persons on here would be able to attest to that. When we had the Chris Gale, the Narayan, the Russell, and all of these guys performing, this is what I was always saying. They need to make sure they are using these guys, get them in commercial, get them up doing advertisement, and make people see them on the television, hear them on the radio. They didn't capitalize on that. And our test cricket is down. all of these golden guys are now gone. The Gale, the Bravo, all of these guys are now gone, and we didn't make use of them advertising or anything like that. So, you know, as I said, they need to market it.
It was a more simple play.
Lennox,
Let me
I have a different opinion. I don't think the marketing of the game is a problem in the way you play it, and this is why. The type of marketing that you and OJ are talking about, those things normally occur organically. It's people who will care about these things enough to put them on social media. People talk about it in casual conversations and care enough to do these things. That type of marketing is not necessarily something that CWI can push. One of the issues we have is that we don't have a superstar cricketer. We don't have a superstar cricketer.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't have a cricketer that people talk about and bring people to the ground. The last superstar cricketer was Chris Gayle.
Yeah, and that's when we should have utilized it. Yeah.
But this is where you need to tie in
You see,
both of your points.
Superstars bring people to watch sport, and then people start to like it afterwards. Back in the day, people wanted to see Viv, but people would have given an arm and a leg. Coming from Viv, people wanted to see Lara, but these are the guys who will fill the stand. West Indies don't have a batsman right now that people wanted to go there and bat, and they don't feel like they get the money's worth. At one point, people felt like Hetty or Poon would have been that, but their performances didn't bear fruit in any consistent way. At one point, I thought Kyle Mayers. You see, after Kyle Mayers was 200 and something, I thought Kyle Mayers would have been that player. Because you need to be an attractive player either. Nobody's going to come out and watch Craig or Nkrumah bat. Nobody's going to do that. You need a flamboyant, attractive type of player who will fill the seats. West Indies don't have that. That is why we cannot attract people to the sport. Because our cricketers don't make it into public conversations outside of people who love the game.
Yeah.
That's
and
true.
that is why, and I don't know those things develop organically.
Can I tie that together? Because you're both right, you're both right, but at the same time, what Lennox is trying to say when they didn't make use of Chris Gayle and those guys, the reason why they didn't make use of them because they weren't being selected for West Indies most of the time. So their main performances were abroad. They were over in IPL doing stuff. You could have used the IPL footage and still advertise it, but then again, that's not in a West Indies shirt. So West Indies people aren't going to come out to the games and watch. And then also, imaging matters as well. If you want to advertise the CPL, you can't have empty seats in the background while these men are hitting sixes. That doesn't make sense. So they fought the players that could have helped them advertise the game, and now they have nothing. So you have to be innovative at this point and make new formats. And if you have mediocre cricketers, you have to have a mediocre format to help them succeed.
Probably.
I want to make a point. So I agree with the point. Good point. Because I remember like back a few years ago, if it's a cricket playing, like people literally say, "Yell out!" And I say, "Yeah, man, chop!" I literally walk away from the TV like they don't care about who is batting.
No. DeAndre. People will believe you are joking, DeAndre. But I remember when the CPL was at Sabina Park, and I am going to the CPL, and I hear people on the outside trying to get in. That purchase their ticket already. And if Gayle gets out before they go in, they say they're not going to watch the game. People already turn up at Sabina Park and about to go in, and they say if the first over bowl and Gayle gets out, they're not going in again. They're not going to worry going. So you guys are correct. They need people. They need pulling power, and that is probably one of the reasons why 90% of Jamaican people go to watch CPL because of Gayle. I can't tell you that. Yeah.
But then you can say they failed to market.
There's a funny story, Lennox. I heard. There was this funny story involving Lara when there was an LBW against Lara, and I guess the appeal was loud, and it was a good candidate for LBW. And the bowler walked back and probably asked the umpire, "So why you didn't give him out?" And the umpire was like, "Son, you see all the people in the stands, they didn't come here to watch you bowl. I have heard that story already. I don't know how true it is though.
Wasn't it umpire Steve
I don't know
Button?
who the choice is, but
Please don't call anybody's name.
superstars bring people out.
I've heard the
Superstars bring
story
people
before.
out. West Indies don't have a
I don't know
superstar.
what true it is though. I think we heard I think Mr. Lover was trying to bring a point across before.
You're right, Patriots. You're right.
So I was going to say something with reference to the crowd not coming out, right? Because I think it's OJ that mentioned something about people not coming out to watch the game.
Yeah.
On the first day of the test match in Antigua, I heard from a cousin who was a groundsman. He said before the game started, he was up in the practice nets where he saw 8 bus pull up and the radio's on loud. So as soon as they hear the 11 and there's no Devin Thomas, the whole 8 bus turn around and go back home.
Mr. Lover always have some story, man. Jesus. Well, so everybody just return home, Mr. Lover.
The whole of the cricket club that it was allegedly went
Yeah.
back. The whole Bethesda Cricket Club came out to support Devin Thomas, and he didn't get to debut on home ground, so everybody just go back home.
Yeah, I can understand. I can understand their pain, but as I said earlier, it would have been between Devin Thomas and Raymond Reefer in that team right there, and personally, I wasn't going to change the 11 from the first game.
Yeah,
you're talking about the second. It was the second game, right?
No, the first one.
The first game. No man, they were going to play Raymond Reefer. I'd have him every day of the week.
Yeah, man.
And let me point this out. You see the unique. DeAndre, 1 second there. You see the unique thing about cricket. Why superstars matter in cricket? It is not like those other sports where you get to play throughout the game. So, like in football, Ronaldo can play the entire 90 minutes, and if he misses a chance in the first minute, he can still be there at the 90 minutes to score. And if you don't start a player, he can still come in as a sub. It don't work like that. Cricket, when you're out, you're out. If you're not picked in 11, you have no chance to see the field. That is why superstars matter. Because you see the thing with Devon Thomas in a football game, if he didn't make the starting 11, they wouldn't have left him. Because there was a chance that he'd come on at halftime.
Subby man.
There was a chance that he could play some role in the team.
It
don't work like that. And that is why people suffers the most when you don't have superstars to bring people out.
Yeah, man. But if you it comes back to as a little boy coming up. I would say me Alara or me Akaluba, as I said before, and I want to say left-hander, you're Lara, I want to say right-hander, you're Viva. It's like it's kind of like that, regardless of different points, it's points to remain that superstar effect. I know people name the children of cricketers, literally,
That right there.
Yep.
that point right there is it, man. All of the people that in the UK that love cricket, all the people in India that they love our cricketers so much. We have the most excited cricketers in the world.
Back in the days, you used to listen to the radio, You used to be cricket on the radio, transistor radio, That's how I think. So I think what I think Steve needs to do now is really to acknowledge that cricket is a business. And you can remember that if you should compare the salary of a CWI player to an Australia or India player, there's no comparison. So you cannot try to throwing them a salary when they have another salary banging on it. They have $1 million contract banging on their door, and they have CWI contract in front of them, and you're gonna try to play games with these players. Why not approach them and talk to them like two adults and say, listen. Listen, I know my salary can't compare to your $1 million contract. However, let us work out something, Let's work out some form of arrangement. I think that's the best way to do it because these players look at Sullivan Ryan. Sullivan Ryan don't need some CWI anymore, you understand? And many other players, once they get in contracts, Carlos Brathwaite, he can keep getting contracts all over. And many other players, you don't need to be playing international cricket to make money these days. And that's one of the realities why all players a teenagers are growing up right now. When they see what's happening in cricket, they say, "Oh, I can't even go to the US. I can't go anywhere." You know?
Yeah, most of the players, a lot of the players coming out of high school, and even those that go on to college and play intercollegiate cricket in the Caribbean, majority of them, they just come over to the US and play cricket and make some money. They're not really But the whole thing has changed. The culture has changed. You know, when we used to dominate cricket back in the 70s, 80s, come up, it was a culture thing, it was a passion thing. You know, we were the West Indies. Everybody wanted to be like us. You know, separated apart from those who were trying to dethrone us. You understand? Wanted to be like us. So, you know, you would hear a young man say that I want to be this, or I want to be that. Or similar to what you said just now, I am Laura, I am this. When I used to go to school, all we used to do in class is sit down with a piece of paper and write down all those that we have on our team. And as a break or lunch bell ring, we gone outside to play cricket. Those things are happening again. And I mean, you know, people going to be challenging their kids into the lane that they think will benefit them. You understand? So based on how cricket is set now, not saying that people can benefit from cricket, but you know, see a lot of people trying to channel their children into track and field football. There are more options in the Caribbean now. You know, back then it was probably track and field, cricket, track and field, cricket, football, and you know, 1 or 2 people basketball. You probably would have heard the story with Sir Kirtley Ambrose. I think he liked basketball, and I don't remember the story well. If it was his mother that convinced him. Yeah, that convinced him to play cricket. So, you know, there are a lot of options these days. Track and field now, global football, you know, a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of people in the Caribbean taking to basketball these days, getting scholarships and things like that. So, you know, a lot of the athletic students are now venturing into different sports. Those that would have probably only be channeled into cricket back in the 80s, 90s. So that is one of the things also.
Yeah, but another thing, you know, remember you're not guaranteed a place in the West Indies team as well. That's the other thing again. People have to understand. You're a professional, you know. You don't have a salary, you know. People don't really understand how these things will work in reality, you know. You know, so what the contract is, people going to gravitate towards it.
Yeah, when you leave in high school at age 17, 18, if you don't get a professional contract in a bridging, you have to eat and you have bills to pay and all of that. So, you know. And this is something that we have always struggled with. You know, Patriot saying it's a rich man's sport where we know equipment expensive. Most of the high school you go now, you don't really see the equipment and things like that.
Yeah, it's expensive for sure. Or the pad, the balls, the wickets, all the gears, tripods, helmets. Yeah, football it does need some ball and a few boots and stuff like that. I personally went through a bit of it. I was at college and that's what they're saying. Listen, man, cricket is too expensive and you have to have a home ground. You have to roll the pitch. You have to have all these. It takes too much. We just want to kick 2 balls and call it a day.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing again, you know. But the point of the matter though, you come back to the fact that
you see, ICC is to be blamed for some of these situations also. And why should they have to be blamed? The share of revenue is somewhat disproportional. And I understand that West Indies and those other smaller nations don't have much revenue as Australia and those other countries. But you see, for the preservation of the game, and for us always say this on Sportsmax, ICC need to take a hard look at how the revenue in gold cricket is distributed. Because Australia, India, England take the lion's share of the money. And then at the end of the day, you cannot have a world game with 3 countries. You cannot have a world game with 3 countries. And cricket is struggling. Like, you have other territories who cannot fund what is going on or fund any developmental aspects of the game because they don't have the money.
Exactly.
You're saying something, Jay?
Yeah, what I was saying is that the ICC's plan isn't to actually help out the other nations involved. Their whole thing is the US. So there's a T20 league starting in the US in 2023. Just like the IPL will be marketed the same exactly.
They're trying to capture a different
They don't care about us.
Yeah.
They want the US. If they get the US market, everything's going large. Like
Yeah, they're trying to capture this market right here. That is what they're aiming for.
Guys, again, it is all our business from
Yeah.
ICC
But
to the
let me
teams
tell
to the
you.
players. It's all our business.
Yeah, true.
No, but
Mark.
West Indies, no, CWI is who got the responsibility to develop cricket in the US. You know?
That's true.
Really?
I don't know if you guys know that.
Yes.
Yes, CWI is who has the mandate to develop cricket inside the US.
Mhm.
Wow. This is
Good
shocking.
help them out.
Breaking news. This is shocking.
Yes, yeah.
Remember,
So
it's we play in Florida. You know, we're the team that plays in Florida. We're the international team that plays over there. So
yes.
we should be.
I remember
I
we
think
have
we have a
all
large
CPL
Indian-
games there and also.
CPL games too. The Sabina Park games that aren't. Well, they lost the rights to some of those games. They play those in Florida. So
Oh, well, yeah, one point, yeah. I don't know. Honestly, guys, it's in the cricket that comes to the ranks. Right? Look at the audience, mate, and you have many cricketers where quote unquote just boss, and the moment they do well in a one season of a franchise, bam, IPL, everybody wants their signature. So that's why I said it's a dim future. The posture of CWI doesn't look good at all because the moment one of the guys come forward and do well in a season, in a few games, their signature would be highly in high demand. And once their signature is in high demand, you can't force them to sign anything, with the CWI anymore. And that's what's the name. Just like how ICC want to make big bucks of the US, and everybody is like everything has to be viable. Everything's a business, and it must be viable, and it must be self-sustaining and able to make a profit and all of that. So that's why I say like it comes down to the point where like once a player say, listen, I have options right now, and I'm considering my options. Let's talk. I think they can work things out that way. Maybe. That's the best thing I see right now, basically. I know the IPL has their role. Marlon may not mention after that, the ICC should make fair distribution and all of that. But at the end of the day, even the 60 competition where CWI can make a revenue, I think CWI has told us find ways and means to raise some money, and to allow the players to feel as if they don't have to be exiled from CWI for example. For example, hit by right now, as it stands right now, a player that hit my he doesn't need to play for West Indies to make any money,
no.
and that's a harsh reality. And Rutherford is getting some T20 leagues right now. We don't play for West Indies, and the list goes on. So I think CWI has to take responsibility at the end of the day, really, about how they go about the players. Yeah, I think that's where it comes down to, because the players have options, so you have to understand. Listen, this is a business for everybody, and you have to be able to willing to give and take and negotiate.
All right, makes sense. Yes.
But
I see.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, you can't finish that
I don't
point,
think it's a bad
Marlon.
thing that
Yeah.
players don't have to depend. I don't think it's a bad thing that players don't have to depend on CWI anymore. Because back in the day, in order to make something from cricket, the guys had to depend on West Indies. And only 11 players could play. And we used to have a surplus of players. So how would they have earned any meaningful money from cricket? So I am all for guys who are on the peripheries to go make some money in America, go make some money anywhere they can. More to them.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's no need to be making a for example. What I'm thinking, guys. If a cricketer plays for if a youngster who is a nobody knows that youngster gets a chance at the West Indies team. We can have a thing. We can have something in place. That listen, if you're bossing up, some arrangement of our make. I think even like in normal work arrangements, like if a person gets a scholarship as a professional, they have a thing where the recruiter pays some money to the government, whatever, I think they have an arrangement like that, I will just make cricketers for the world. I would just listen, if you want my play, you pay me a percentage, whatever. I mean, the guys have to move more flexible as business people.
Yeah, I think it would be something similar to clause, like you would put a clause in the contract. Not sure how deep you can go with it though. Similarly to if you would say, well, it's silly season now where I don't know how many of you guys watch football, but the transfer market is open. where football is concerned, and a lot of people signing players. So there are clauses in certain contracts. Say if I sell a player, I might sell him for 20 million, but if he is able to score probably 20 goals for the season, help you to qualify for the Champions League, you have to pay me, for example, another 5 million or something like that. So
Yeah.
I think you mean like, you know,
That's all that business
insert
to me.
clause in the contract and things like that.
That's all that business to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
DeAndre, to answer this, and that exists in cricket. Let me tell you why I know that. I remember, I think it was some cricket, some CW, I think. Either it was an under-19 practice games or a 4-day competition I was watching on YouTube. And I think it was Roland Butcher and one of those other Barbadian commentators. They were asking about the money that the guys are supposed to pay back to the clubs. He was making specifically mention to the Barbadian players. And he was asking if they're actually paying the money that they're supposed to pay back. So apparently there is something that they're supposed to give back to the board. Some financial in their IPL or their contracts that they gain that they are supposed to give back. I don't know if it was specifically to Barbadian players, but
I think
right, that was what Roland Butcher was saying. Are these guys giving the money back?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the amount varies, but I'm almost certain that if you come through a particular club, right, and then you sign with the club, you know, it would almost be like if you are signing to somebody else, they have to pay. I don't know if you have to continuously pay back to the club, but I think there must be an initial payment that you make to the club once you sign a big contract. I don't know what the clause is, so I don't want to put out wrong information.
Yeah, but we're just talking in general terms.
Yeah, but I think so.
To operate with that mindset. I'm try to hold on to these guys. You can't hold a man hand and sign for him, you know. I'm not sign willingly, so you know there's no need to force someone to sign a contract. Just be real about it and say, listen, we're gonna make some arrangements because I realize that enough money bus for the world, and it's a way we can make some form of income from it, you know, and keep developing more players. That's kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah, see, Sir Ian, I don't know if Sir Ian just wake up when we're almost ready to finish, but I think you come on at the right time to tell us what's going to happen in this white ball series with our captain not performing. I think you're the right man to tackle that question as we are almost getting ready to wrap up, guys. Right, I have to run shortly, but Sir Ian is on the right time to tell us what we are going to do with our underperforming captain. But what are we going to do? We're going to pick him as a lead spinner or what? What are we going to do with Pooran?
All-rounder. You can pick as a all-rounder. But at the end of the day, let's see what will happen. I mean, the thing is that, you know, he ain't really the captain for a long time yet, you know. And, you know, we like to call for heads. I mean, look what's going on in the test team. We have been... We rotating men. I mean, you have men like Campbell and then back of the team. You have men like but ain't doing nothing. Yeah, the team. So what I'm saying is everybody is get a fair chance. I think that as a captain, the main idea is the captain tells you he had past performances, he's not performing right now. But I think he would pick up and do well. I believe so because he have the basics right. It's just a matter of the temperament to know how to kind of think a little more, you know, to think a little more what shots when. And next thing too, we have to have a system in place where we know how if we play in 20 overs, but if we play in 20 overs, right? I find the first 5 overs. What they call it, what's called the
power play.
Yeah, power play.
If you have only 2 people outside, I find we don't really take advantage of that. You know? I find that in the power play, sometimes after 5 overs, we on 30, we on 25. After the first 5 overs, it should be at least 45 round there.
That is the ideal thing, but that's the ideal thing, but are the batsmen good enough to continuously do that?
How good they have to be if they hit the ball in the air and only 2 men outside?
Batsmen putting the ball in the bowlers putting the ball in the right areas.
Yes, sir. Yeah, somebody called me.
But guys, the power play is not our play. Our problem is when the spinners come on after the power play.
Yeah, after the power play. Yeah. Probably between
Not
overs
even
number
that.
6 to if it's 20-20, between over 6 to probably 11 or somebody about the
We have a
spinners.
deficiency.
Not
we have
only that.
a
Not
deficiency.
only that.
That is what our problem is.
We
The
got
other
that.
the
Oh,
other
boy.
problem in the white ball, in the power play and after the power play, is the dot ball percentage.
Yeah, it's because of the spinner wire that is
No, but
they're not.
what
But
Sir
still,
Ian
so
is basically saying is that compounds the issue when you start off with a slow start. Like
exactly.
if you had a good start, then you could
Ah.
handle that. If you know it's a weakness, then just counteract it by performing better at the beginning and the end. So that might not change for you, but just fix it with the beginning and the
That's
end.
why I feel personally Puran. I feel Puran could
But let me say this though.
because he is
Hold on. Go again, sir, Ian.
I find people like Puran and them should open because they're hitting in the air plenty. So when they have most of the fielders inside, then go and hit ball in the air and get 4 and 6 and take on in the air.
Yeah.
Because he's not hitting on the carpet again. You don't know that.
Shamar, then you could move Shamar Brooks down the order and let him take Puran's place because Puran's not scoring runs in the middle anyway.
Exactly. Bro, them other guys more correct as far as on the carpet.
They can rotate strike.
Yeah, he bring plenty. Yeah, better you if you're hitting in the air and you like to hit 6 and 4 on the boundary, like when you call them straight six, then if that is how you hit, then better you bat in the first 5 overs when you could get away with it. Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah. So that is what I see. I feel he should come and open and bat a little higher. What about this guy? This guy from Jamaica. Who's the openers?
Brandon King is there.
King, yes.
Yeah, they may be going to use Brandon King and Kyle Mears to open because Evan Lewis is not there. So probably
what is Evan Lewis' problem? What is his problem? He's sick?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's sick or he's not fit, but he wasn't selected by CWI.
Something wrong, yes? I don't know what.
Something is wrong as usual.
But he was the ideal opener, remember? He used to be he was the ideal man to open. And up to now, we ain't get
a mystery.
He's our number 1 T20 opener right now, but
that's right. And he not
I think they say he didn't take the fitness test, so they have to look elsewhere.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's in the top 10 enough. I think he was in the top 10 batsmen, so
I feel he's sickly, like Lawrence Rowe. Remember, Lawrence Rowe had all the talent, but he was allergic to grass. I don't even know Lawrence Rowe was allergic to grass. So he had to kind of curtail his. He could have achieved much more if he wasn't that sickly. So I feel Evan Lewis.
What's sickly. Lawrence was the team. Lawrence was the team after the South African tour, the Rebel tour. I think that was the main reason why he didn't live up to his potential. West Indies discard him and the other three after the Rebel tour. And
remember after the
West Indies was no more.
But
remember after the Rebel tour, quite a few of them didn't play again.
In addition to that, he had problems with that allergic to grass and have certain issues that used to affect him. But he himself was very talented, But I find
people say we have.
Sorry.
I hear some people say that he was more talented than this.
He was one of the greatest, boy.
I hear people that I grew up listening to where cricket is concerned say that man is the best they have ever seen when it comes on to technique and
yes.
And
I read the same thing.
Yeah.
He invented he one who make the late cut rail very late, He used to make he used to hit the ball and almost in keeper hand, That's how late he used to do the cut. But you know going on right now, cricket split up into 3. Test 50 over and 20. And now like they want to have 10 over. I don't know. Everything just so confusing. You're not sure who what hole is, right? Hole on all 3 sides.
Yeah, I think Hola is the only person. Well, I think he's the only man that they think can make all 3 teams at the click of a finger. But he's there. He's been rested though. Jason Hall has been rested. He's on a long-term rest.
All right. So was he picked for this 2020?
No. We have 3 T20s and 3 ODIs against Bangladesh, but Holder wasn't selected, so he's not there.
And what about Russell?
Remember now, we only see or hear from Russell when it's World Cup time, generally speaking.
So guys said Russell not available at all for a long time, boy.
Yeah, it's only World Cup time we really see those players, so he's not going to be playing.
Wait. If Russell's available World Cup time, we need to play the series then.
Yeah.
Because the World Cup is the next series we play.
Well, the big baby Russell as the vice captain.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, when I say World Cup season, OJ, I talk in the squad, right when the squad is going to be named for World Cup. That's the only time it's available, right when they're going to name the squad.
Wait, you're telling me CWI are going to do this thing again?
Man, you have to have real respect, real rank in West Indies to walk in and walk off whenever you please.
Sanjay Gardner, Sanjay was right, but to talk about this.
He's big boy.
But question, guys.
Yeah.
What's up with Holder? 4 rookies in 4 balls. I don't know what's happening with him.
Jason
Holder on a rest, man. He's on a rest.
No.
The guy is taking a rest to be with his family.
No, they said Jason Hall is on vacation. Remember, it's a normal working and he plays T20 ODI and Test cricket, so he's getting his rest.
Yeah,
he's
I
getting his rest.
He need to hurry up and come back, man. You know.
I don't have a problem with Holder. I starting to worry about Russell because like he's not Pollard and them too much. Because like
but it's long time. But it's not recently that it's a long time thing that has been happening for quite some time.
So the next step is to retire. It looks like from international cricket. Like he go down the road at Gale. Well, I don't know about Gale if he retire or not. But
no, the man is not retired. The man is semi-retired.
He's not retired, man. How dare you say that?
Gale.
He's still waiting on the farewell game.
No, Gale wants a farewell World Cup game. He's going to Australia. He's going to Australia. Man.
Yeah.
Look, we don't have an opener right now, you know.
I think he should play along with Lara. When they have the Masters game. They should have a game with Gale, Lara, and all those Masters guys.
Nigeria chicken talking the way.
I'm being disrespectful now.
Yeah, we didn't even remember at the top of the show. We said we were going to mention it. Haley Matthews guys. Haley Matthews taking over the leadership role. You know, taking over from Stephanie Taylor.
Honestly, I really follow the ladies that much. I get enough stress from the men. I think I want to
I might as well call the ladies on.
But I see
I think it makes sense considering
she's an all-rounder. She goes all spin and she bats as well.
Yeah, man, we spoke about it before. I think it was probably, I don't remember if it was a live or on a video, but yeah, man, we spoke about it. It makes sense though, Marlon. As I said, Haley Matthews, you know, she's definitely experienced enough. She's putting in some good work, both in franchise and international cricket. She has been playing cricket maybe since she was, I don't know, 15, 16, and she's about 23 now. You know, good amount of experience. So she's expected to. Yeah, I think so. I think she's 23, 24, and she has been playing for. Yeah, she has been playing for a while. I think she's going to be captaining one of the CPL teams. She's going to be captaining one of those.
When she win the World Cup as a teenager.
Yeah, man, she started playing very young. So she's probably about 23, 24. So congratulations to her. You know, big up to Stephanie Taylor. She really did some good work for us. We won a World Cup under her leadership. And I think we went to a couple of semi-finals, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, shout out to Stephanie Taylor.
Yeah, but was it another scene? England beat up an New Zealand boy.
Yeah, Ben Stokes said that is the way they are going to be playing their cricket. No, it doesn't matter who they come up against, you know. And
it's a good thing, you know, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it's a good unit. Theoretically speaking, I always say that I am a fan of Ollie Pope, and theoretically speaking, him batting at 3 makes sense. I have always said that I thought they would move him from number 6 to 3 eventually, and then Root would come in back at 4. if they are able to get the two openers firing and then Oli Pope at 3, Root at 4, and Bairstow comes at 5, right?
Yep.
And then Stokes at 6. That is a pretty good lineup, you know, if the openers are able to do their thing.
Best batsman in the world right now.
Yeah.
And Broad come back and show them. Well,
exactly.
You see? They just drop on for no reason. They wicked too bad.
So they are coming through. They are coming through. You know, I'm just worried about our guy Archer. He's still he's back out injured again.
Same problem. See damage bad. Sad, real sad.
Let's see how this will work outside England.
Yeah,
let's see how this will work outside of England. And how it will work against other teams.
Yeah, I am worried about the bowling. I am worried about the bowling outside of England because, you know, Jimmy Stuart Broad is always going to do his thing, and I don't know if they're going to always play both of them. They have. Is it Craig Overton's brother that came in and is playing now that made a 97? He's a pace bowler, I think.
Quick.
Yeah, he's there. Plus, they have quite a few guys that they haven't really proven themselves that they can really take over from Broad and Anderson. So, as you guys are saying, it's probably going to be a little bit a test for them outside of England. So, you know, let us see. And I mean, New Zealand, it's not like New Zealand is firing right now still. So, I don't know.
Right, but guys, I was happy to see how Bairstow Batman, you know.
But New Zealand beat us the other day. New Zealand beaten up on way.
They won the World Test Championship.
Yeah, remember they won the World Test Championship.
So what I mean is, I mean, we had the track. I don't know what going on. I mean, Bangladesh, you know, Bangladesh is one of the lowest sides we beat there. If we can't beat Bangladesh in a series,
but we rank right there beside them. I always say it might be difficult to hear, but it's a reason why we are ranked that low. You know, some persons say they don't believe in the ranking system, but we consistently perform, you know, below par. So it's a reason why we are down there.
Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
I mean, we have the talent. We have players that if they put out their best on a given day, they can win teams that are above them, and that is right across the board. But generally speaking, this is where we perform, so that is where we are at. I am not a numbers guy, so I won't debate it down too much. But that is
no, man. I'm talking about rankings. The rankings are actually a true reflection of the.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Some persons don't believe in the ranking, so I'm saying I won't take them on and debate because I'm not too much of a numbers guy. But I believe that is why we are there, because that's how we perform.
Is Myers who
I now will play for a draw and then maybe win. That's kind of
Myers with the century, right?
Yeah, man. Kyle Myers made 146.
Right. I think he like Bangladesh. But what I say, between you and me, a lot of his shots on the offside was airborne.
Plus we had a couple of edges going through vacant collision and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, all long innings will have, well, not all. I have seen a couple of batsmen play some long innings and don't give away any of that. But you know, they say fortune favors the brave. But you know, we definitely and probably on another day, you know, those edges would have, you know, he probably wouldn't have made 20 or 30, and we would be saying this man is edging and all of that. So needs to be more.
But Blackwood definitely improve. It seems much more mature now, you know.
Yeah, man.
Kyle Myers eventually become more, less risky in his throw play. Blackwood has definitely improved. He just needs to kick on now to make a half century and a century, but he has improved.
Yes, approach is totally different.
Looking good, but I want to see outside of Bangladesh higher. I want to see when we playing a more higher ranked team, then we will know what is exactly what.
Yeah, he wasn't too bad. He wasn't too bad against England either, I think. So
you know, 100, didn't he?
Right, but traditionally we tend to beat England in the West Indies.
Yeah.
What we have to do is we have to break the tradition. So I find too many times we do what we did in the past. Huh? Yes, brother. Yes. Somebody call me?
Marlon.
I think it was Marlon.
I'm saying I agree with you. I think everybody's day of reckoning. I think everybody's day of reckoning is coming in Australia. Everybody's day of reckoning is coming on to see how good we are, we're good individually and collectively.
You guys believe Australia
real in Australia and South Africa?
You guys believe Australia going to be going Pat Cummins, Hazelwood, Swipson and those guys
South
against
Africa
us?
All right.
All of them. That's their main series, isn't it? Next summer or their summer. I don't think they have another series that's like a main team, West Indies and Sri Lanka.
So we're probably going to be getting all of those guys.
Yeah, we playing them with 2 test matches.
2 test match, and then we go straight into the World Cup.
Yeah, but thank God it's only 2 years. So much
and one of them is at night.
Thank you.
Well, we have the bowling attack for it. That's the thing I like. We do have the bowling attack for it.
Yeah, we have the bowlers that I think can do a thing, but I'm worried about the batsmen. In all honesty,
you know who flashed through my mind today? Cottrell. What was Cottrell? Did you pick?
Cottrell. I don't remember if they said he was one of them that wasn't fit. Yeah, I think he's injured. So Cottrell is out also. But let me just quickly remind you guys of the squad here.
Yeah.
You know, before we go. So we play Bangladesh. The first game I think it's going to be on the 2nd of July, if I'm not mistaken. The first game. Yeah. So let me see if I can put up here. All right. So these are the players, the T20 players. We have Nicholas Pooran, Ravman Powell, Shamar Brooks, Akil Hussain, Azari Joseph, Brandon King, Kyle Mayers, Obed McCoy. We have Kimo Parr, Romar Shepherd, Odin Smith, Devon Thomas, and as usual, we have Hayden Walsh Jr. Right? Dominic Drakes is still there as the reserve. So those are the players that we have for the T20 squad. All right, sorry, for the ODI squad now. All right, let me just paste this here. For the ODI squad, we have the captain. We have the captain Nicholas Pooran, Shea Hope, vice captain Shamar Brooks, Casey Carty, Akil Hussain, Azari Joseph, Brandon King, Kyle Mayers, Gudikish Moti, Kimo Paul, Anderson Phillip, Ravman Powell, Jane Seals, and Romar Shepherd. He was demoted to reserve, right? I guess because Kimo Paul has basically come back on the scene. So Romar Shepherd is now in the reserve spot. So that is where he's at.
Let's be honest.
This guy playing all 3 or what the pace bowling in all 3 types of games, boy. That boy, what's his name again?
Romar Shepherd?
No,
Joseph.
Alzari, yeah. He in all 3 forms. Or he need test?
Azari, yeah man. Azari is in the test cricket, is in the test team. He's actually opening the bowling.
Yeah, very, very aggressive, boy. Yeah, that boy.
Yeah, but he dropped his pace slightly though in the 130s now. He was in the 140s in the IPL.
Yeah, but that's for control.
Yeah, I mean it's
control.
Yeah,
or else you would end up like O'Shane.
Plus. I mean, when it comes on to test cricket, you know, in T20, you just need rapid bursts for 2 overs, 4 overs. Test cricket, you're looking to bowl for a day. So, you know, every drop in a pace, a little in every over, probably save on a little bit of energy. You know, I don't know.
So, Sports, what is your opinion on them 2 teams, boy?
I mean, based on what is available in the region, I think it's not a bad squad. I was just asking for some information where Evan Lewis is concerned, and according to the press conference, what they are saying is that he did not do the fitness test. Heckmeyer, I think, whatever his situation is,
he's injured.
He's injured. They say. What was Heckmeyer doing to get injured though?
lifting up
Daddy
baby.
duties.
Yeah, lifting up the baby and I straining arm lifting up
The baby man, he was playing with the baby and playing. It was teaching him a bit of cricket.
Anyways, but those are the guys that I was a little bit worried about. Hetmeyer, Evan Lewis, Fabian Allen, and yeah. So those are the guys that are. That
What
I was
happened to
actually
Fabian? What happened to
worried about.
Fabian Allen?
I think they said that
He made himself unavailable.
He made himself unavailable. I'm not sure why. So, those are the ones that I was actually questioning. But apart from that, I don't know if we have any other players in the region that were knocking down the door more than these players here. So,
what I find is Walsh not effective as he used to be.
Yeah, Walsh.
Yeah, but he's the only leg spinner right now. I don't say no more leg is knocking on the door.
No, but the problem though, DeAndre, you want a leg spinner that is actually threatening. Better you have two left arm spinner than a leg spinner that going ball that can even get an appeal. I understand wanting a leg spinner that generally speaking, leg spinners are threatening, wicket takers, right?
Right.
I don't know what's happening with him at all.
Yeah, he starts also.
Yeah, but I think they need to seriously invest in another leg spinner. They need to really scout out another leg spinner and try to invest in another one.
Yeah, it was kind of like a flukes. He had a real wicked season at time.
Yeah, he was doing good against, I think it was Sri Lanka and South Africa. But remember, I think myself and I think it could have been Marlon. I was saying that, we're not talking down to him, but I know this is how I was even surprised when he was taking those wickets, but generally speaking, when you're gonna bowl 2 to 3 bad deliveries consistently, you're more often than not, you're not going to really turn.
Yeah, you get some wood. You get some wood. At the higher level, you will get wood. If you bowl three bad deliveries, like 3 4s or 3 6s.
Yeah,
so at that level of cricket, you can't make them kind of errors.
Yeah, it's so whatever the situation is, they definitely need to start that out. But those are the players that we have to work with. So we're looking forward to it.
All right. So what do you expect?
We're going to win the series, man. We're going to win both series.
All right.
Don't know if we're going to sweep, if we're going to whitewash them, but I think we're going to win both series.
Yeah, but Mamadou, I know. You have to have a couple of good guys like Mamadou and a couple of those guys that aren't bad, so he would walk in the park.
Yeah, I know the white ball team supposed to perform a little better. That's why I'm saying I don't think we're going to sweep it, but I think we might win both series.
I question the ODI.
The ODI.
I don't think
I question the ODI, but the T20, I think we definitely stand a chance. Especially to our bowling attack in the T20.
I think I'm much better than us at ODI. Much better.
Yeah.
Imagine fixed up to Joseph, McCoy, and Paul. Oh gosh.
So you guys saying that they're probably going to outplay us in the ODIs and we will take them in the T20s?
Yeah, more likely.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. But I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win the series, but we might not.
My script through,
we might not dominate. Yes, OJ, I see you shaking head left, right, and center.
Yeah, I think we're going to lose both of them 2-1.
I mean, guys.
Let me explain why.
Hold on, DeAndre.
Let me explain why. Honestly, I don't think we'll actually complete most of the innings that we put. I really think so. I think we'll fall short of actually completing the 50 overs and the 20 overs that we're allowed to put. Because we will struggle against the spin in the middle overs and then lead to frustration, which then lead to people getting out. I don't think these guys, because in this format, it doesn't require you to be so good with your technique, and you can get away with a lot more. And Bangladesh do have more talent in this format than the others. I think with the leg spinners they have, the other spinners that they have, they'll pretty much do well.
Yeah, so they're gonna take care of us in both series, in both T20 and ODI.
Yeah, 2-1.
All right. I hear you.
I feel we stand a better chance to the 2020. I ain't putting my head like block for the 50 overs because we don't pace ourselves properly. I don't know. I think because with some of them guys like Puran and them that cost somebody 20 overs, they don't know how to pace themselves properly.
We was
going good in the matches the other day, Just had to relax and take a little 2-run, 3-run. And for us to swing like mad as though the match almost end. And
Yeah, temperament. We always talk about temperament and playing the situation. These guys not using their brain at all.
But if you're accustomed to a 50 over, come like a test match now. So you don't have the strategy for a 50 over because you're accustomed. You see the West Indies going to 10 over now. We get worse. Instead of us trying to get better the 20 and the 50 overs, instead of we shorten the game. So
yeah, we're playing 60.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I'm going to have to head out, but I'm going to drop these 2 points right here. I want
Yeah,
to
man,
say
go ahead.
Congrats to Kemar Roach on making it back to the top 10 in the ICC bowling ranking for Test cricket.
Still number 8, eh?
Yep, number 8.
Yeah.
And my last point is not really international cricket, but heads up to Marlon and Supernova in the comments. My boy Dimari Benter brother is the guy that I was speaking about that is in the Leeward setup. And Dimari himself now is in England, where he played 8 games so far this year, and he's averaging 49 point something with 100 and 150 out of 8 games so far. Anyhow, good night, fellas. I'll catch you on the next live.
All right, Mr. Lover. Blessings. Yeah, so
that's I was looking for him, please.
Yeah, Sachin was in and out today. Probably still.
I hear about him a long time.
Yeah, no one he's probably still recovering from the CWI and Hitmaya situation.
Yeah, like he got a banker, boy.
Yeah, man.
The boy ain't doing too hot, Moti or whatever his name is.
Oh, Moti.
Moti and them fellas ain't doing too hot and they get picked up. The man get 1 over, boy. I mean, don't get worse than that,
I mean, we're gonna see more of Moti. The first game that he played, the first test that he played, he bowled okay line and length. It was needed for the second test match, but I think we're gonna see a little bit more of him.
But I see nothing special.
No, but he only got 1 match, so he hasn't had his fair share, of opportunity like a Carnival and a Warwickon and the other guys, Although to be honest with you, I don't think Permal was bad enough. I think they could have give Permal another chance, but don't know that Moti is here. I think they should play him in the next test series. Give him a chance,
Yeah, I think they're gonna be giving guys a chance once they get in, man.
And they want to games. For the next series as well.
West Indies traditionally have always been a team that is heavily weighted on seamers. That is our history and that is our future. So when he's a spinner, you have to be real good to meet the West Indies.
True.
That be real good. Akib doing well. But I mean, if he fall off, so is it for me?
I hear quite a few persons pushing for him to play test now to be a 3-format cricketer. Akil Hussain, that is, he's definitely performing. So, and he himself said that it's something that he's open to. It's going to be difficult for him to get an IPL contract because, as I said, no disrespect, there are a lot of 16 and 17-year-old 16 and 17-year-old Indians that can do what he's doing over there in India. So no disrespect, but if he can play 3 formats for West Indies, play and earn his cash, because it's really difficult to get contract over there as a spinner in IPL unless you're a Moeen Ali or a Billings or one of those guys, or Adil Rashid or one of them type of people.
Because not even Narayan these days, hot thing these days. He okay, but he ain't
Narayan is still being selected by top teams, man. He's not taking 16, 17, 18 wickets, but you're not scoring any runs off him.
Yeah, but he's
very mean. And he's still a pinch hitter, guys. Don't forget, he can open.
Yes.
He can finish.
Yeah, so
versatile.
Hussain will have to step it up a whole lot. I mean, he's performing and he's impressing us in the Caribbean here, but in terms of getting an IPL contract, it won't be that easy.
Hussain says he's all wrong there. When we make that point when they ask him, say, I get back. Because if you really watch him, he's so open.
Hussain he looks technical, It would appear to me as if he's able to do some batting. You know, but you know, when we say batting as a spinner in the IPL, you have to be able to make consistently make 40, 50, you know,
Right,
coming in the middle order there.
And Puran doing bowling.
Yeah, Puran need to be careful. We can't have a man that was expected to be a top order batsman for West Indies for years to come, not making any runs and start doing other things.
Well, boy, the Lord was in a serious
He's
way.
too talented for that, man. Unless he's gonna become the next Lance Gibbs or something. We don't really want any part-time spinner. We need somebody that can bat. So let him stick to what he's good at.
Oh, yeah, he's here at all, boy. Yeah. Bitter
But
selector.
for the ODI team now, guys, we have to be making more than 300. You see, England made 490 against Netherlands. I know that's Netherlands still, but I think we cannot be. We have to be aiming for like a 350 because based on what's happening in the road right now, you know, one, we have to be making a lot of runs in the ODI. You know, cricket.
Of course.
Yeah, you have to be scoring runs, man.
Anything under 300 is low.
And even 300 these days is not such a safe score either, you know.
300 is a par score.
Bairstow is waiting to smash it away.
300 is a par score nowadays.
Remember that, right? In the days when we did not have 2020, you scored 300, you did well. But when men are accustomed in a T20 to score almost 200 runs in 20 overs, right? And you have 50 overs now? Nah, them fellas scoring on kind of 350 and 375.
Those are the runs that these teams are looking for. Once they get a good start and people chip in, you need a 375, 380, really.
Yeah, so it's plenty more. The 2020 bring the thing to a higher level.
You can even the Test cricket. Look at the chase, and I was so happy for that chase, you know, because Test cricket in my mind is the best format of cricket because you literally can play. You have so many different ways you can play Test cricket, you know. So and that's definitely one positive thing that T20 brought to the game, you know. You can chase down a target with a runner ball, you know. Playing for a draw.
It wasn't just T20 though, because the whole World Test Match Championship stuff, every result counts for something, so you have to actually try to win. You can't just go out there and
the point system.
Yeah, you can't just go out there and just go for a draw. You have to win the game.
Right.
But this first class contracts that Sportsio had highlighted with different teams. What is that really? These contracts, like Trinidad and Tobago, Red Force contract. This one had contract.
I think those are the players that are going to be playing in the what is it called? The
regionals.
So
they're getting paid through the board, through West Indies board.
Yeah, man. Yeah, CWI. Yeah, those players are contracted by the different territories through CWI. The territories are in charge of them. Trinidad, Jamaica, whoever. You understand? But it is being fed through CWI is the one that is sending it down.
But that's the first time I hear about that one. That's a good thing. At least they will make a little money.
No, I think it's usually done, man. That is how they usually do it.
Serious?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Man,
I think that's how I think it has always been like that. Yeah, it has always been like that.
That way. That's always been that way.
Okay. I see Shannon. Shannon.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah. I know what going on with him. I was like him the other day, boy. I know what going on with Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon. I tell you, guys, when your fitness knocking on the door at that, especially when you're in your 30s, you know, and you're a pace bowler, it's not very easy to. You have to be disciplined. You have to be extremely disciplined, like the Jimmy Adams and these sort of guys where fitness. And you notice those guys are not muscular. You understand that? This is something that we have explained a whole lot in terms of the muscle and what the body, you have to put the body through with bowling and all of that. But you know, we wishing all of the guys the best. And as we said, guys, the first game will be on the 2nd of July. Hopefully we can drop in a live before that. You know, we can drop another live in before that.
Right.
You know, but we definitely going to have to leave this one right here this evening, though, guys. You understand?
Right. But we had listen. Before I have a girl in the States say she running faster than other girl. Boy.
Go again?
And have a girl in the States, the one with the blonde hair, So she running faster than the girls.
Boy, you know that I tell you, it's really sad though. It's really sad because she didn't even qualify for the World Championship. She came. She did make it in the 100, and she didn't even make it to the finals or the semifinals in the 200. So she didn't make the US team. You understand? And it's real sad because there's some amount of potential there because she dropped a couple of good times, 10, I think 10-7-7 or something like that. Yeah. You know, I'm not too sure about what her coach Gatlin was saying that she was running world record time in training and all that. I'm not too sure about that, but you know, I think if they can put in some work with her and get her through some PR training, but you know, that is something that a lot of persons are not aware of. You know, athletes can kill their career because of a lack of PR training. So they need to do some work in the background where PR is concerned and mental. I don't know if up here is all right, but you know, she there's some talent there, but she needs to remain calm and just run.
And the number one girl, apparently, she get beat from the number two girl.
Oh, yeah. Well, number 3, we had Shericka Jackson winning the trials. Jamaica, both 100 and 200. You understand? So,
I don't know.
You know, it's going to be pretty interesting. The World Championship. We have Elaine Thompson-Herah, Shelly-Ann and Shericka Jackson coming. We have Yuan Blake. First time we see Yuan Blake running that fast since. Could have been since 2017 or
long time.
2012, right?
Yeah, long
it's been a long time since Blake would have gone that fast. 9.8 something, I think it was 9.85 or
9.85.
So yeah, somewhere there about. It's pretty.
But I think Oblique Civil run 9.7 before now, so he's not bad as well. Am I correct?
Oblique Civil?
No, Oblique has never.
I think Oblique's lowest time was 9.83 or was it 9.88?
9.89.
9.89. 9.89. Yeah, he has never gone under. Yeah, he has never gone 9.7. It's 9.89 or somewhere there about. So it's going to be pretty interesting.
Tina Clayton the 10.996, I think.
Yeah, she run under 11 seconds. She run 10.9.6 or 5 or something like that. She run 10.9 though. You know, which is pretty good.
So
what do you all think about Brianna?
She and Brianna Liston and Brianna Williams are definitely looking to take over from the current ladies.
Who's that Jamaican coach and the academy? How they getting all these superstars? I mean, what academy? Where these people train?
From the primary school level. From primary school, we have what we call primary school champs, prep school champs. You understand? We do a lot of training with the kids. They go up to high school, same thing, you know, and things like that. So.
Well, I think CWI need to learn something from these athletic managers, you know.
You know,
they need to take some lessons.
I mean, we have some of the best coaches in the world. You know, we produce kids with fast twitch mostly. If you want to put it like that, you understand? Yeah. We naturally produce people with fast twitch muscle fiber. You know, and when they have the coaches to develop them. I don't want to say it's territorial or anything like that, but if you look, or it's because of culture, but if you look at certain other countries, you can say that, you know, because of where they are located and things like that, and because of what they eat, you might say they produce athletes with slow twitch muscle fiber. If you look at the countries that dominate in the middle to long distance races, you understand, they train their athletes, they develop slow twitch muscle fiber, they train them, and they dominate. Same thing with Jamaica, fast twitch muscle fiber, training over and over and over, and we dominate.
Yeah, I do the genetics too.
Yeah, genetics, and there's a lot of science behind it.
But honestly, if you look at the history of even slavery, the stronger, more powerful slaves were in Jamaica. Trinidad had a sort of what you call it? Uncle Tom house slave, more domestic, like kind of soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it was rough in Jamaica. It was a harder, it was a stronger breed. So I think that genetically they have that natural power I mean, you watch Jamaica cricket side.
And I mean, we're always running. We're always running in Jamaica. From your born, you start to run. You're always running. So once you get the proper training, once you get the proper training in primary, and as I said, primary prep school, you know, you get good training there over into high school and all of that, and it's a good system. No.
You said go.
Yeah, the cricket is basically on the back burner these days. You know, it's basically on the back burner.
I want to congratulate you all because I mean, you all are the number one in the world. I mean, I have to recognize that.
Yeah, man, that's how we do it. You know, lick about with Talawa.
Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah, so we're going to jump off now, guys. We're definitely going to jump off now. As I said, we're going to try and see. We're going to try and see if we can get another live before the first game.
You see what I'm man say? Did you see that comment?
What's that?
Really?
well, even that. I mean, where is it? Yeah, even that. I mean, you have to be running from them whether you do something or not. So you know.
Your job was to go to the shop as quickly as possible.
Yeah, run wheel. You know, you always run a wheel. You know, the bicycle wheel. You run the wheel to shop and run come back. So those things. So. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out, guys, and staying for almost 3 hours. You know, for all those who are in the comment section, the panelists. As usual, you know, OJ, Sheldon, Ian, Marlon, Mr. Lover, Sanjay was on a little bit earlier and left. You know, all of the guys in the comment section, thank you guys for coming out and staying to the end. You know, we always value your opinions. And, you know, as you guys know, this is an open platform once we are talking sports. You know, everybody's opinion is welcome. And, you know, I'm happy that you were able to come out and support. All right, my peeps.
All right,
enjoy yourself the rest of the night, guys, and stay safe. All right. Bless.
Thank you for the show.
Yeah, man, no problem.